voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Girl, why it look like I just had a fight when I came on here, girl? Hold on. Girl, I came on here, look like somebody took my braids and went, girl, what is going on? Happy Friday. Let me fix my hair, girl. Happy Friday. Happy Educational Friday to everybody in the building. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing too much on this little camera. Happy Educational Friday. How everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Shout out to everybody in the building. I went and got my nails done for the dedication tomorrow. I was gonna get white in honor of Diddy, but then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, no, that's weird. So I just got pink. And I'm only calling it a dedication is because I'm going to Turks and Caicos. And if y'all remember during the trial, it was a lot of stuff going down at Turks. So when I was at the trial, I wasn't physically at the trial, but I was at it in spirit. So I was like, dang, they got all that going on. That's where I'm going. Now, I'm not going to run into no freak off, but I will be down there. So, yeah, I will be in Turks tomorrow. So, yeah, that's why I had to go get my nails done. So the dedication starts tomorrow, and I can't wait. But shout out to everybody in the building. Yes, Val. Look at the lady say, okay, Barbie. Okay, Barbie. Hey, Barbie. Okay, Barbie. She didn't even, it was almost like she was like, girl, I don't even want to talk about it. We've already discussed it. You gonna go do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how, and she Vietnamese and she little, nice young lady, beautiful girl. She's a nice little woman. And she said, Barbie. Okay, Barbie. Because she calls me Barbie because she said I always get pink nails. So she was just frustrated. She threw her hands up. She said, girl, look, you don't want to change. And I say, but anyway, shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up. We got a show today, man. We got a show today. Shout out to y'all. TL, thank you for the super chat. Says, boo, I saw that Lil Nas X story and thought that's what you get for playing with the Most High. When all his foolishness started, I sat back like, this won't end well for him, fat, and it didn't stop playing with God. Yes, ma'am. You didn't say nothing wrong. You didn't say anything wrong, and we're going to discuss it. And we're going to discuss a lot of other things too, okay? Because, see, y'all got to understand about spiritual warfare, okay? Because that's what we're going through. And I need y'all to understand what spiritual warfare is about and how to tap in. Are y'all tapping in? Speaking of tapping in, thank you, TL. Are you guys tapping in? I hope you guys are going out every day, at least most of the time, if you can. Just take 15 minutes, put your feet, no shoes, put your feet to the soil. Let the sun hit your head, hit your cranium, and we need to start tapping in, okay? There's nothing wrong. Sorry, I had something in my teeth. We all love the Most High. There's no replacing him. He is the Most High God. But we have to understand there's something we've been missing for a long time in our community, and it was that spirituality piece. I didn't realize when I was watching Sinners that was kind of like a reminder. It was kind of, think about this. Sinners, the movie, if you look at it outside of this, the entertainment, Sinners was really like a dog whistle to Black America. And the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people, especially in Black America, started dipping and dabbing into spirituality. And shout out to those people. I would hope that people are doing the research on the stuff that they're practicing. I ain't gonna tell you what to do because I don't know what everything is, but just do the research because remember, we are under attack, right? So from a people or from a enemy that continues to attack us, That means wherever we go, they right there. Whatever we like, they come in and mess with, right? So that means you got to be very, very careful. I heard about the EFI stuff coming from Africa. If you are a Black American, foundational Black American, Hebrew, Moor, Muslim, Christian, if you are a descendant of freemen or a descendant of slaves and you around there messing with them African people's spirituality, my heart goes out to you, fat. Leave that alone. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what the downloads I be getting. And the downloads I be getting saying, leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all, you know what I'm saying, the information. Do your own research. But neither here nor there. We are under spiritual attack. And a lot of these gods that man-made, that you guys call celebrities, I felt like I was in a battle rap just now. Now I know how them niggas that be spitting hard poetry feel. Now I felt like that. That was a bar. You feel what I'm saying? Now I forgot what I said. What I said? Oh, Lil Nas X, right? Lil Nas X, the gods. That's what I was saying. The gods are falling, right? We talk about it all the time because these are man-made gods. And do you want to know why they're called man-made gods? Because man made them. Do you know who these gods are? Celebrities. These are your man-made gods. You know, most Black Americans grew up under a very religious or spiritual family. And one thing we do know is the Bible says, and the Most High says, that you don't put no other God before me. Yet and still, we worshiping celebrities. And it's gotten so bad, we starting to worship their churn. Don't get on here and tell me that they not worshiping churn. They worshiping the celebrity and they churn. I'm going to keep saying it till I'm purple in the face and I'm Black. So, okay. These are man-made gods that you guys are, not you guys, but some people are worshiping. Now, why is this important? The gods are falling. I tell y'all all the time, when the universe is doing this thing, you stay out the way. If you attach yourself to these celebrities, so much so that you cannot detach yourself, when their judgment is rendered, you will go down with said celebrity. Okay, it's just it's just as simple as that. You can listen to me or not. If you don't detach your energy, your spirit from these celebrities, you will go down with these celebrities, because I keep hearing this jingle in my head saying, the gods go falling one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The gods go falling two by two, hurrah, hurrah. You get it? Detach yourself spiritually. Detach your energy from all of these people, even the good ones. Even the good ones. Yes, even the ones you think are the best, and they stay out the way. Detach your energy and detach your spirit from them people. I'm giving you the message. Now, we're gonna discuss that with Lil Nas X because there's something I saw in that. Also, Trump tells the Smithsonian that they have to revise their history about slavery, and a lot of Black people are upset. We're going to discuss it, and we're going to discuss what that means for us, Black Americans. Then Shedeur Sanders, Erick Dickerson came out and basically said that the NFL sabotaged Shedeur, which everybody in the world knew. Everybody in the world knew. You know what I'm saying? Miss Blue said most of them sold their souls, and this is in reference to the celebrities. Yeah, most of them sold. No, all of them sold their souls. Let's be clear. That's why they need yours. Let's move on. What was I saying? Yeah, we're gonna see what that means for Black Americans. Shedeur Sanders, he was sabotaged. We all knew it, but all lies will be exposed. Glorilla, another gospel guy, came out. I don't know who this gospel guy is, but he was speaking about Glorilla winning in the gospel category and how people feel like, oh, he needs to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot. We're gonna get into it, and we got a couple of more things to deal with. So y'all come on in. Get the likes up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. We are trying to get the channel to 100,000 subscribers. Not for any reason in particular, but I feel like I deserve it. I be working hard, man. I run 2 channels. Nigga, I be working hard. I feel like, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm in my boosty voice. Come on, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Come on, man. I mean, what we doing? Y'all gonna pull up anyway? You feel what I'm saying? Just subscribe and hit the notification, girl, when we come on. I don't even have a real time. So you really need to subscribe because you ain't gonna know when I come on. You get it? So yeah, right, Asia. I deserve 100K. I deserve. Shout out to Mama D. You know what I'm saying? See, you got to find inspiration in any and everything. You got to find the inspiration. If you don't find the inspiration, girl, you ain't going to have nothing. You get it? So, this is another thing I want to tell y'all before we get into the show. Grounding. Oh, spirituality. The reason why, genealogy. First of all, I hope you guys are doing your genealogy. If anybody is unsure what genealogy is, all it is a family tree. You guys need to get out there and trace your family lineage or your family tree as far back as you can. As Black Americans, you know what I'm saying? As Black Americans, we are one of the few people who have documented history of our ancestors for generations upon generations upon generations, okay? So now we need to go down, do this genealogy. It's not a fly-by-night thing. You're not going to do it in 5 minutes. It's a project you could start and go back to whenever you get it. You see what I'm saying? But either way, we got to get into this genealogy because there's a spiritual warfare happening. And I was sitting down thinking to myself, because I always do. I think to myself and I talk to myself. I'm going to say that out loud, unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? I think shout out to the brother Bobby Hemmett. We need to talk more to ourselves. That's the problem. But anyways, I was saying all that to say, with the genealogy, a lot of us have been taken outside of ourselves, right? We have all of our eggs in another basket when it comes to a group of people. And this has made us extremely dependent, right? When it comes down to a lot of situations that us collectively as a community have been in, it's a lot of things that we could have prevented or we could have circumvented if we had some sort of spiritual knowledge. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable on spirituality. I'm actually brand new into spirituality, but I had to literally come to terms and say it out loud yesterday that I be getting downloads. But that's a story for another day. Listen, when it comes to a lot of the things that we've had done to us is because a lot of us have been taken out of ourselves. We are like, so for instance, let's say something good happens. What's the first thing we say? Oh, look at God. Thank God. Thank God. And you should. There's nothing wrong with that. But you literally take all reverence away from the things that you did to get you there. For instance, the Bible says faith without works is dead. Okay? That means you can have the faith, but if you don't put the work in, it won't matter. Why is this important? You have to start looking inside of you, right? And the reason being is because that's going to help a lot of things that we got going on here in today's society, right? But also, too, you are going to be paying reverence to the people who came before you. And let me tell you why this is extremely important. Science backs this theory up, okay? Every single one of us are walking around with remnants of our ancestors. Every single one of them. Both our parents, both sides of their parents and their parents and parents, and so on and so forth, right? So that means today, the way you do your hair, the way you eat, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act, that's remnants of one of your ancestors or more of your ancestors that came before you. For instance, I know my brother, he went on to glory, but he had a son, right? Now his son looks identical to him, right? But then my sister had a son who literally embodied his personality. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. You are remnants of the people who came before you. The reason why we all in loss is because we don't understand that. We don't know that. In order for us to find us and figure this out, we have to start going back in the past. And the past means we have to start looking at the ones who came before us. You have to start knowing why you smile the way you smile. It's almost like, for instance, I saw a picture of my great-great-grandmother yesterday on Facebook, and I looked at her cheekbones and how high they were. And I looked at mine and I'm like, dang, we literally have the exact, now she was lighter skinned, but I'm like, we literally have the exact same cheekbones. Not only that, my aunt has her whole face. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm saying all that to say you have to go back and get that knowledge. The answer is with the ancestors, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not on this internet to lie to y'all. I'm not on this internet to make no money. I'm on this internet to give you a message. The answers are with the answers are with your ancestors. But if you don't know them, if you don't get to them, you won't be able to get it. You acknowledge the Most High, but you won't acknowledge parts of you, which is the people who came before you. Make it make sense. The Most High even tell you to acknowledge you. What is it? Ye are gods. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I did grow up heavily in scripture with my mama. So if I say a Bible scripture, shout out to my people who are Bible people. Please, when I be putting these quotes up here, because it just be stuff coming off my head. If y'all be knowing the Bible verses and chapters to that, for the ones who read the Bible and study the Bible, when I be giving y'all Bible quotes, even if I'm jacking it up, I'm sorry, it's a download. Can somebody who know the scripture please drop them down in the chat whenever you can, for not for me, but for everybody else in the chat. You see what I'm saying? And for people who in the chat who might want to say, oh, let me go read that. You know what I'm saying? Checks and balances. Okay. But I'm saying all that to say we have to pay reverence to the ancestors, man. And the answers lie in the ancestors. Listen, I watched Lovecraft Country yesterday, but only one episode came to me and told me I needed to watch it, and it was the one with Hippolyta. Remember we were talking about Hippolyta? Do I still have them pictures? Let me pull the pictures up. I'm about to show y'all something, because this is all gonna tie it in. So yesterday, I was like, let me hold on. Last night, I was like, man, let me go ahead and watch one of these episodes of Lovecraft Country. But it was this particular episode, the one when Hippolyta goes to space. Hold on, let me go get the pictures, because I definitely have them. Hold on, because I want y'all to see the pictures when I'm showing it to you. All right, here we go. All right, let me. Because I'm a picture person. I'm a visual learner. I learn, like, when I don't learn by reading and literature. I gotta process it in my head in a movie. Is that weird? So, like, if I read something or I study something, in order for me to truly understand it, it's got to come in my head like a reality TV show. It's weird. I have a weird brain. I don't know. But that's the way I learn. I've been like that. Girl, speaking of, before we get on this, let me make y'all laugh. When I tell you, don't nobody know somebody like their child, right? I was upstairs yesterday, girl. I was upstairs. Let me stop saying girl, because we have men on the chat too. But I was upstairs yesterday cleaning out stuff, and I want to show this to y'all. And I found this old picture that my daughter drew for me in middle school, elementary school. And listen, the elementary school picture, it says, what do you know about your mom? It says, this is my mother. How well do I know my mom? And it says, my mom's favorite color is purple, still. My mom's favorite food is salad, still. It says, and my mom's favorite TV show is Basketball Wives. This is my elementary school daughter. favorite sport, football, and favorite hobby, doing hair. This girl put on here that my favorite TV show was Basketball Wives. My child know me, man. My child know me. That girl said, oh Lord. Anyway, where was I going? Oh, Hippolyta. My bad. I'm telling you, when I be telling y'all I'm a reality TV show queen, I don't play like that. Y'all, man, watch out. I've been watching reality TV since its concept. Hello? Y'all better catch up. Y'all behind, girl. Y'all behind, girl. What you mean? Anyways, let me show y'all this. So, Hippolyta, this is the episode that I went to watch last night, right? So I'm watching this episode, and I don't know what drew me to watch this one in particular, but I did. Oh man, I just unshared it. Let me share it again. Share the screen. So I watched this episode, y'all, and I saw a lot of stuff that I didn't see. I guess going through my spiritual awakening, I'm starting to see some stuff. But listen, when Hippolyta went to space, remember she saw this alien, and the alien told her to name herself and all that stuff. Remember all of that? In this episode was also, and I don't have that picture, but put a 1 in the chat if you remember the burning house when they were trying to get the book of names. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen Lovecraft Country and you remember the episode. It was this episode where Hippolyta goes off to do a guide trip, and then she ends up getting sucked into this other dimension, messing with the portals, trying to get through a portal, right? And then she goes to the alien, and the alien tell her to name herself. Y'all remember that? I'm about to tie this up. I'm about to tie it up. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Follow me now. Follow me. I'm about to tie it up. Now, in this episode, and this is how I know, this is confirmation that we need to look back within and start doing this genealogy. Listen, in the episode where when Hippolyta went off to do the alien stuff, I forget his name, but the dude and Joce and Journey Smollett's character, they went to his great aunt's old friend. Now they were in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Remember, Tulsa, we all know about the Tulsa race riots. We all know about, you know what I'm saying, them burning down Tulsa. So these are the people that are descendants of, or not descendants, they were there during the race riots. Now listen, when he goes there, he's looking, Atticus, that's his name. Thank you, 101 Texan. Thank you, 101 Texas. His name is Atticus. So when Atticus goes to his great aunt's friend, he's going to look for this book of names. Now she's talking about old stuff that happened back in the day, and she was like, "Well, I don't know nothing about no book of names," but she did bring out, I think it was a photo book or a Bible, one of the two. But the point I'm making is, Atticus, the only way he can find the answers to what was going on during the time in the 60s, he had to go back to the ancestors. He had to go back and get that book of names. See, Atticus was cut off from those before him. See, a lot of you guys don't understand. During the civil rights movement, a lot of things was happening. It was way more than just economics. That's only one thing. Segregation is the most minute thing that we were dealing with during this doggone time. Those people were stripping your identity in every which way they could. And one of those ways was to cut you off from your ancestors, not history. That's another way. History and your ancestors are two different things. Cutting you off from history means you don't know what happened to the world. Cutting you off from your ancestors means you don't know what happened to you. So when they cut us off from the ancestors, we lost the answer. Atticus had to go back to Tulsa, get the book of names, so that he can take that book of names and defeat the spell that the clear people who were bad had. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, because Journey Smollett's character was pregnant with his seed, the gift that Atticus didn't even know he had passed on to his seed. Does that make sense? Listen, there's treasures trapped inside of each and every one of y'all. You just got to tap in, man. There's a treasure trapped in each and every one of y'all. You just have to tap in. Please do your genealogy. I can't stress that enough. Even if it's just for reparations. If you want reparations, you got to do a genealogy. You can't just say, I'm a Black American. You got to come back and say, this is my ancestor. This the person who slaved them. And this, you see what I'm saying? You got to have dates, documents. You can't just say, I want reparations. You have to have proof. So if you want reparations, you need to do your genealogy anyway. But the point I'm making is, we got to tap back into the ancestors. There was a lot of truth in Lovecraft Country. I urge everybody, if you can, to go back and watch Lovecraft Country again. I'm about to start the whole season over. And this is my, third or fourth time. I'm about to start the whole season over. There's a lot of hidden messages in here. And you want to know why they cut Lovecraft Country? Because they understood the spiritual awakening this TV show have, and it still has a whole lot of keys and clues in there, a whole lot. Y'all got to tap in. Go back and look at this show. Go back and look at this show. It's crazy because I didn't realize how much black Americans were into astrology and astronomy and all that stuff. It's crazy, boy. This was the part though when they say name yourself. Name yourself. Who knows though? Maybe they only needed one season because that's all they needed. And those who were going to pick it up was going to pick it up. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't meant to come back for another season. Maybe the spiritual realm, the ancestors and the Most High say, put out a message and those who supposed to get it will get it. Those who won't. Because you got to understand the universe, the Most High and all that, them people ain't, man, look. They say, put out the message, and those who gonna get it. Everybody can't go. All right, let's get into the show, y'all. I hope you guys have liked the video. What's going on with Serena Williams? Real quick. So Serena Williams on here, another sheep herder. I told you guys, celebrities are sheep herders. Basically, they have a job, and you guys think their jobs is whatever talent they have. You think they're acting or they're singing or their athleticism. You think that's their job. That's not their job. That's just what it looks to be. No. They sign bigger and badder contracts than that. You have no clue. See, these people, celebrities, are sheep herders. That's what they are. They have jobs to do, okay? They have jobs to do. And their jobs are to keep you confused and jacked up and also to harm you. I know you don't believe me because this is your dear beloved celebrity, but I'm telling you what it is. Some of them don't even want to do it, but they have to. Like 6ix9ine said. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I seen this article and I wanted to bring it up here because I saw another article prior about Ozempic. And Ozempic just had a case talking about what that was going on with Ozempic. Hold on. I just saw something about Ozempic, about people getting sick and all of that. And you know how Ozempic got big? The Kardashians. Listen, man, hold on. Let me Ozempic. I'm about to tell you, it was something. It says Ozempic and other drugs face major lawsuits. Here's what we know. Pharmaceutical companies behind weight loss and diabetes medications such as Ozempic are facing a lawsuit that could potentially pay out more than $2 billion. There's a multi-district litigation or an MDL in progress against pharmaceutical companies Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly and Company from parties allegedly suffering side effects caused by active ingredients in Ozempic and other similar drugs used for the type 2 diabetes and weight loss. What's undetermined? There is no public evidence that the potential payout could be more than $2 billion. It says reports featuring these numbers cite unnamed analysis, but offer no documentation arriving at this number. A number of lawsuits are arriving or continuing to be filed under the MDL, which will mean the ultimate payout amount is in flux until all cases are settled. As of August 2025, there were more than 2,600 cases, with the number expected to grow. A rumor that pharmaceutical companies behind popular weight loss and diabetes medications like Ozempic faced lawsuits totaling more than $2 billion circulating online in 2025. All right. This is the thing. Ozempic, you only know about it because who? The Kardashians. Yes. Let's talk about it. Who that was? Chloe. Remember, Chloe was built like a construction worker? And then Chloe had always been the ugly duckling and came bike looking like a sucked in swine. Y'all remember that? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that. I know I was there. Once that happened, what happened, y'all? All the other celebrities started popping up, hollering about Ozempic. And then guess what started happening? All the regular people started popping up doing what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Going down there and buy Ozempic. Now, why is this important? Number one, the poor diabetic patients was hollering about they couldn't get their medications because bitches wanted to lose 20 pounds for their vacation. Secondly, my thought process was, since they've commercialized Ozempic, I'm pretty positive the one that they given to the people, the regular people, I'm pretty positive they done spiked that shit with something. They done did something to it. They had to, because it's too high in demand. And typically when stuff go high in demand, the enemy wants to try to take out as much of us as possible. So I'm like, yeah, they had to spike that shit with something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, long story short, that was just how I was thinking at the time. But neither here nor there. Because of those celebrities, a lot of regular people started getting Ozempic. They even lowered the price to make it affordable so that you can go get it. Celebrities are sheep herders. Their job is not what you think it is. Their job is to confuse you and make you do whatever they say. And this is not even coming from them. They get orders from some entities way higher than them. Even the good ones. Even the ones who got a conscience about it and don't want to do it. They have to. I need you to take that into consideration when you loving on your favorite celebrity. Now, Ozempic popped off. Everybody went to getting it. People started getting sick. Lawsuits popping off. And here come Serena. Let's get into Serena. Serena opens up about taking GLP-1 medication to help her weight loss. It says Serena Williams has been using social media to showcase her snatch figure and workout routine, and now she is opening up about what has helped her on her journey. Now, when did this article about Ozempic came on? Don't get me the line, because I'm about to break this shit down to make this tic-tac-toe. The world ain't chess. You know how the famous phrase is, it's chess, not checkers? They lied. It's tic-tac-toe. It ain't even checkers. You just got to open that third eye. It ain't even checkers. They lied. It's tic-tac-toe. Look, that was 23 hours ago. Here comes Serena hollering about, I lost weight on GLP-1 or whatever the hell this is, and look at my snatched body. Now, Serena's video is going to touch way more people than this lawsuit allegation. So whose word is heavier? The lawsuit I just told you, or Serena using her platform? Why is this important? Because I don't know this to be a fact. If these medications like Ozempic are causing these side effects, then Serena Williams would have whatever blood on her hands that comes from that. Because she's out here now with an infomercial telling you about how she lost weight and about her body, and I've always struggled with my body. Serena have always been big fine in the nigga community. She only was big to them white folks. It ain't a nigga this side of the world ever looked at Serena and thought she was fat, out of shape, needed to lose weight, even when she was at her biggest. But Serena surrounds herself with a bunch of the clears. Possibly, more probably, than a bunch of reptilians. So now her mindset is changing. She got to be skinny. She got to look like this. Nigga might have called her a lot of things, but nigga ain't never said Serena wasn't fine. Nigga might have said she was ugly. Nigga might have talked about her health. Nigga might have talked about anything they want. Nigga ain't a nigga in the world never said Serena wasn't fine. But here she go. Infomercial time. Oh shit. This is what probably happened. The powers that be saw that lawsuit get out and say, Serena, get your ass out there and sell this Ozempic and this weight loss medication. But I don't want to. Get your ass out there and sell this. But I don't even use it. I actually work. Get your ass out there and sell your sheep this weight loss medication. And she said, okay, and let's get into the commercial. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Oh yeah, see, like I told you, they saying the world is chess, not checkers. Nah, nigga, it's tic-tac-toe. Let's get into it.
Have been wondering about my new fitness journey and what I've been doing. And I've been really open about me being on GLP-1s. And I thought it was really important just to come out and say it. So I'm on a GLP-1 through Ro.co. And for me, it was really just about taking away that stigma of like, is it a lazy way? Is it a shortcut? Like, why would you do that? And so for me, like after having my first kid with Olympia, and then, you know, in particular, after having the second kid, I was never able to be at a healthy weight that I could be at, whether it was my joints or blood sugar levels. It was just always something that I suffered with. And a lot of women actually go through this. And I always said that I feel like for me personally,
you see what she did there? She created a scenario to attach your energy and emotions to pregnancy. Suffering through pregnancy. Most Black women have some sort of trauma during pregnancy and especially during labor. So how is she going to attach you to the product? Tap in on your emotions. Oh, I know how to get them. Bring up the pregnancy, having a baby, bring that up. Oh yeah, so you know when I was pregnant, you know, and a lot of other women can attest. And look at the women, I sure could. Yup, I remember that. Yup, because with my baby, with my baby. And you don't even realize when you agreeing with her about that, you intaking the energy to go buy the Ozempic. You get it? Hold on, let me let her finish cooking though.
Personally, I feel like, you know what, after I had my kids, after I got a tad bit older, like my body was actually missing something. No matter what I did, I literally was playing professional. Well, a lot of people have been professional tennis, and you can even see like sometimes I had this really awesome documentary a few years ago, and you can see in the documentary my coach is telling me you have to lose weight. You have to lose weight. I'm playing professional tennis. I'm literally training 5 hours a day.
Let me say this too, and this is not just with this, but even medically. The clear people who have taken over the medical industry, they put the standard at them. So the reason why most Black people walking around with high blood pressure is because their standard of blood pressure is the standard that they're measuring at, right? Same thing with Serena. I'm pretty positive it was clear people all in her ear. Oh, Serena, you need to lose weight. Oh, Serena, you need to lose weight. It makes sense. But what they don't understand is the way that we are built, God's children, God's favorite, the way we built, we can carry that wagon and still get the job done. You see what I'm saying? We can literally be thick and still do things that skinny people can't do. That's the God in us. We don't have to lose. We don't have to be down to 120 pounds to be at our best. We can even do it when we not even at, when we almost at our worst. We can still be at our best. So when Serena is saying they telling me lose weight, and I'm saying, well, I'm working out and I'm doing this because you are trying to create a body that didn't exist in you. The God body was the body you had. Ma'am, that's why it was so hard for you to try to find a way to lose weight. That's why your ass probably in there popping that Ozempic up your belly. You get it? You trying to attain a body that was never meant for you. Trying to fit in with people that you shouldn't even be around. And let this Serena lesson be a lesson for everybody.
And I would always work my way to one point of the scale and it would never go below that. And so for me, eventually when GLP-1s came out, I was like, no way, no how, that's not for me. Don't sign me up. But then, you know, I looked at it as a sport, you know, like as an opponent. Okay. Like I can't beat this opponent. No matter what I do, I have to try something different. Tried something different. It didn't work. And so eventually I just, you know, I saw my friends using it. I saw a lot of people on it and I tried it and it actually worked. Professional tennis. And you can even,
like I said, I saw multiple things in this video. Number one, she's selling the Ozempic right after the lawsuit dropped. And guess what? Unfortunately, a lot of people are going out to buy it just because of this video right here. Unfortunately. But this is the thing. This is why we have to disconnect and delineate from everything and everybody. This stuff around us is toxic poison. When you try to fit in with them people, when you try to get with them and try to meet them at their level, you don't even realize you already have a head start. So when you try to meet them at their level to even make the white folks feel comfortable. So now Serena with the, I'm talking about legs like a damn stallion. Do you hear me? Serena had amazing legs. Serena had them legs. It wasn't like a baseball bat. I'm talking about thick thighs, thick calves, thick ankles. I'm talking about top to bottom, made, stacked. God had to make that, nigga. That was your God body. That's why you won all them doggone medals and all that stuff. Because you were in your God body. You were already operating in it. We all got a God body. We just don't know it. But I hate that she's on here selling this stuff. If y'all out here thinking about going and get that stuff, please don't do that. I'm not telling you what to do. I can just say, if I were you, I wouldn't touch this stuff. They are poisoning us and attacking us from every which way but loose. You guys have to be mindful of that. If you tap into your spirit and you tap into your inner self, these things will start popping up out at you like it's almost like it pops up out at you like a monster at a haunted house. It'd be so obvious. Okay, so like I said, detach yourself from the celebrity. There's nothing wrong with liking a celebrity. Detach your energy and your spirit from these people. They're going down. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Now, I want to talk about, let me talk about this. Let me drag him right quick. Let me drag this mug right here too. Let me get him up here. Y'all, I hope y'all like the video. Pastor Jamal Bryant, he is a devil. First of all, like I said, there was the Target boycott. I didn't support it because I don't shop at Target no way. So I guess inadvertently I did support it. But I didn't even understand what the Target boycott was about. But I also didn't get on here and bash it. What people don't realize is the cause that they're fighting for is real. And the actions that they're seeking to take are real and valid and just. But you are being led by a devil, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Al Sharpton, Jamal Bryant, all these people are literal devils. You want to know what the devil look like? Look in these people's faces. You can't get good results with their energy attached to it because there's always some underlying hidden reason, some hidden bull stuff. These people are puppets. These people are paid actors, informants, agents for the powers that be. You need to understand that. Their gifts, they understand the way to tap into their gifts and use it for negative. To keep you fooled, keep you confused, keep you jacked up, drunk off of stupidness. You don't even think right. They know how to tap into their gifts. That's why they where they at. This man ain't no good, bro. But here he go leading the Target boycott. And like I said, the intention of the people are good and it's pure. But they're being led. No sound. Can y'all not hear me? But they're being led by a devil. Can you guys hear me? Let me check the sound. Hold on. Can you hear me? But yeah. No sound. Can y'all not hear me? I hear it. I can hear me. Y'all might have to go back out and come back in. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know how they do when I get to spitting. Y'all, we got to get used to it. At this part in time, it's gonna be what it is. We got to start getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for letting me know, because you know YouTube about to start jacking up, and I'm still about to spit this fire. And they dropped about 100 people on my chat, but not the here nor there. This man is a devil. And as long as his energy is attached to the boycott, it's not going to work because he has ill intentions, in my opinion. Now, here he go hollering about the boycott. Look at him. Pastor Jamal Bryant claims Target CEO stepping down amid DEI backlash is smoke and mirrors. Said the boycott will continue. This was the most significant boycott of Black people since the Montgomery bus boycott 70 years ago. Let me tell you something. Your old activists, they're out the window. There's a reason why the Reverend Al Sharpton, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, the Reverend, they about to start using these pastors to be the new civil rights leaders. You want to know why? Because the people in their church are so deep under their spells, they got them lock, stock, and barrel. They easy target, easy prey. Okay? Now, here he is. Oh, yeah, but what I'm saying is they are about to start using actual reverends to start being your leaders. This is why Jamal Bryant is sitting up here talking about leading a Target boycott. They need to be boycotting between your legs. Past the holy whore.
Since the big Target news today is Pastor Jamal Bryant. Pastor, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
What role do you think your boycott played in the CEO's decision to step aside now?
This was the most significant boycott of Black people since the Montgomery bus boycott 70 years ago. The stock market stumbled from $145 a share to $93 a share. They lost $12 billion in valuation. The CEO's salary was cut by 42%. Foot traffic was down by 7.9%. So I would say it would be a Herculean part of what happened in the downfall.
Cornell will stay on now as Target's executive chairman, and the new CEO is a 22-year veteran employee of the company, started there as an intern. And I'm wondering what you think that means for the direction this company heads now. Do you think the new CEO is going to change company culture or steer the company in a different direction?
I think we're looking at the moving of peanut shells in Central Park. Is really nothing different about the ideology or their stance on DEI. It's really smoke and mirrors. I am anxious and zealous.
Now I remember why I didn't support this boycott. I did it lowly though. I didn't bash it, but I did it on the low because I saw my Black people organizing and I said, well, let me just shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing. But how the old folks said, you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But now I remember. I know why I didn't support it, because you guys are fighting for DEI. There you go. Just put it in. The reason why Jamal Bryant is heading this boycott is to bring back DEI. DEI was the worst thing that happened to Black Americans. You do not benefit at all from DEI. Now it makes sense why he's heading the charge, because he needs Target to get DEI back to continue to take away from you. Because yes, DEI takes away from Black Americans. It doesn't give anything to Black Americans. See, you were lied to and tricked and told that DEI was for you and it was for a good thing. That was a lie. You now believe it so much so that you're putting your pocketbooks away, and I'm happy for it, but it's not for the right reasons. You do not want DEI. You do not want that. That is the worst thing to happen to Black Americans. Do your research, okay? This is why Jamal Bryant is leading the charge on boycott. The powers that be need Target to bring back the the DEI. Because that's still further, listen, this is a Black American man, allegedly, leading a charge and fooling every single person he's leading. They don't even know. They think they're fighting for themselves. They think they're fighting for a cause for themselves and for their people. And they don't even realize that Jamal Bryant, that freaking devil, I told you what he was when I seen him. The first time I laid eyes on him, I saw a devil. And y'all know how I feel about pastors. They don't even know that there's a devil leading them right into a burning bush. You boycotting Target to take money and resources away from you. That's what DEI does. But a lot of you guys don't understand that. You really still believe this is about you. This is going to help you. Nothing has helped you. Since the 60s, let's really be honest. Since the civil rights movement, nothing has helped Black Americans. Absolutely nothing. It's all been smoke and mirrors. It's all been an illusion of something for Black Americans. We have gotten nothing since we desegregated. Absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, we lost way more than we could have ever gained. The art of deception, man, is sick. This man gonna pay for what he doing. Oh, see that deception? The way he leading all them people into that burning bush? Oh, he gonna pay. He gonna pay. And a lot of people may not understand me and may feel like I'm talking against them. I don't charge it to your heart. I charge it to the game because I understand that a lot of the masses, I understand things that a lot of the masses don't understand. See, I'm dealing with this thing spiritually. I'm coming from a whole nother level. I'm coming from a whole nother angle. I'm coming from a spiritual level. I understand. I look at things different. I see through a spiritual eye. So when I be looking at these people, if you negative, I got goosebumps on my goddamn arm, my nigga. He gonna pay. And people like him gonna pay heavy. Do you hear me? But again, to the people who think I'm against you, I don't charge it to your heart because you don't understand, but I do. I do. So I'll be everything you say I am. I'll be that. I'll take the lick. I'm going to just take the lick. For the ones who going to get it later, you'll come by and be like, you know what? And guess what? You don't even have to. Just come on in. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, let's get back to this devil.
To see if the new CEO will be open to a meeting so that we can discuss what are the 4 things that we're asking for. But just moving the COO to the CEO is really stylish, but it has no substance.
Does your boycott continue with this news?
Oh, no, we are full steam ahead until those 4 things that we've asked for. Black people spend upwards of $12 million a day. So we've asked for $250 million to be deposited in the Black banks. We've asked for them to show record of the $2 billion they pledged to invest in the Black communities, to partner with 6 HBCUs. And we gave them a blank canvas to reimagine DEI, none of which have they produced. And so, yes, we're staying away from Target until they step up to the plate.
If you could talk to the news Target CEO.
All right, so that was this devil on here in sheep's clothing talking about this Target boycott. Again, I'm not telling you what to do, but what I am telling you is you are being grossly misled. This man is a devil. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's nothing great about this man. And I feel so bad for the hearts of them elderly women sitting in that church who really think that this is a good person. My heart goes out to women. My heart goes out to my people all the time, though. Like, I really be feeling like it makes me mad. It really upsets me. But anyway, let's move on before I get mad. Let's move on. Moving on. So, all right. It's another thing. Listen, when I see stuff, I'm going to come and tell y'all, bro. When I see stuff, I'm going to come and tell y'all. And I get a download, I'm going to come tell y'all. Let me say this. We talked about Haley and DDG having a judge tell them that none of them can post this baby online. Now I see an article saying that she wants to ask the judge that DDG only gets X amount of hours a month with this baby. Let's get into it. It says Haley Bailey reportedly requested DDG only gets 6 hours of supervised visits per week, just 13 days total this year. So Haley Bailey wants this man to get 6 hours of supervised visitation with his son. This is disgustingly egregious. That is that man's child. Women like this are disgustingly toxic and they think they doing what's best for the child, but they gonna realize later on in life you did everything wrong. How dare you say that this man have to spend 6 hours of supervised visits with his son? And I don't want to hear nobody saying, but voodoo. She said he abused her. Where's the proof? And let's say he did. Has he ever abused this child? If you peel back the layers and you really sit down and look at this thing for what it is, nobody, and I think most people don't believe that DDG would do anything to harm this baby. Not intentionally. Most people, regardless of how you feel about DDG, because how you feel about Haley, most people will agree that they don't believe that DDG would intentionally hurt his child. So to take this boy away from his son is egregious, it's foul, and I don't give a damn if she's the Little Mermaid or not. It's messed up. You wrong. As women, we don't get to decide how many parents our children get to have. You laid down with them. You had the baby with him. The baby here, let him be with his baby. If there's a time or a situation where the baby's in harm's way, that's one thing. But how dare you take away his father because of how you feel? You're wrong. You wrong. And I don't know, this is a message for somebody out here right now. Whoever needs to hear this, you wrong. That ain't your place. That is not your place to take a parent from a child. You wrong. And I see it happen every single day, bruh. It's disgusting. It's bad enough we complain about black men not stepping up. I find it odd every time I see a situation where one's stepping up, it's the woman trying to push him away. What do you want? This baby deserves a father in his life, not supervised with a supervisor, not 6 hours a week. If you guys understood the importance of growing up with a mother and a father, both a maternal and paternal figure inside of your life, because listen, the childhood that you have shapes who you are as an adult. The reason who you are today is because how you were raised in your childhood. If your childhood shapes your entire life, how dare this lady, like I say, unless there's something I don't know, where he was abusing the child, threatening to do something to the child, neglecting the child or something like that, that's a whole other conversation. But it's wrong for Haley to take this child away from his daddy. It is very important that this young boy have both influences in his life, both his maternal and his paternal. Most people don't know what that, they don't know what that looks like, so they don't understand the importance of it. This is wrong. This is wrong. And like I said, I don't care if he's the Little Mermaid. And this is another thing. I find this a lot of times too. Y'all get to attaching y'all energy to these people because y'all get to think about what you go through, and you get to attaching your energy to these celebrities, and you don't even realize you setting yourself up for the kill. See, Haley got on here and talked about how DDG knocked her head up between the washing machine and dryer, and it reminded you of the time the nigga did that to you. So now you sitting up there empathizing with Haley, thinking you just being a loyal fan, not even realizing she's siphoning your energy, your power, your spirits. And that's why you backing that negative energy. Because you want to trauma bond with Haley. Whole time the joke is on you. Most of these celebrities be lying 95% of the time. So now you done exhausted all your energy and gave these people parts of your spirit all over a lie. All lies will be exposed. Y'all got to detach yourself from these celebrities. Detach. Do your genealogy ground. Make sure you ground, you guys. Please make sure you're doing your grounding. I want to play this video for y'all. you know, yesterday we were talking about detaching from Africa and things of that nature. And I saw this video on Instagram on Indigo Carolina. This page be having some dope stuff. I love this page. Listen to this lady talk about and watch how this lady tie in ancient history, not slavery. You niggas got to get slavery out your head. We could deal with it. We got to walk and chew gum at the same time. We gonna deal with slavery, but we got to go back further than that. Okay? She's going to equate the things that we were doing ancient times to what we're doing today and tell us that this is not Afrocentric. It's indigenous American centric. Okay, let's get into it. Y'all like the video.
The concept of us saying yo to one another is really basically coming from the Chalagi or Cherokee of saying oh shio, the way in which we dance, the way in which we walk. The walk in the 70s that many people thought was an Afrocentric expression, in actuality was a long-haired Cherokee warrior walk. The hip-like walk that is expressed as being Afrocentric was not Afrocentric at all. A warrior walked, and he walked with a limp, and his shoulder would dip as he walked. Now,
pause. You show me one African in the world, Craig, that walk like that. Show me one. Show me one. Whole time we around here calling everything Afro this, Afro that, Afro this, Afro that. When you can't trace none of the things we have here or none of the things we do here back to that continent, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And this is the worst part. In the 70s, the pimps didn't even realize that they were doing something that ancestrally they have already done. Because remember, I started the show saying you are parts and remnants of your ancestors. So if you might smile the way that your great-great aunt smiled, or you might have your great-great aunt's or uncle's humor, you are remnants of your ancestors. You do things innately and don't even know why you do them. Pimps in the 70s didn't even know that they were practicing ancestral walks. Make it, but it's right. It's in you, Virgo. That's the thing. It's in you. You don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. You just going around doing it, not tapping in to them gifts. Look.
That type of walk is not the only where in which you have seen that cultural expression is in America and by those who call themselves African American.
I thought this was dope. That lady was spitting. Shout out to the sister, man. Bro, we got to get Africa up out of our mind. We got to get it up out of. We got to release Africa, please, Lord. Release Africa, Lord. Release Africa. For real? You lying. Hold on. Tamara Talks, are you serious? Let me go find this comment. I got to highlight this because y'all be thinking I be on here talking. Well, I do be talking, but I be spitting. Hold on. Tamara said, I wish I could find your comment. She said, I started sewing and realized my ancestors were tailors. I wish I could find your comment. That's what you get it. There was a person in the chat who said, I started sewing and then I found out my ancestors were tailors. You see what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. I had never done a garden, but when I bought my house, I said, I want to do a garden. I had never done it. The guy I was dating at the time, he helped me go to the store, bought all the stuff. And he showed it to me one time. And I literally had a green thumb. Like I literally just had a green thumb. Well, my family were sharecroppers. Not only that, my ancient tribe were hunter-gatherers. You see what I'm saying? So you have remnants of your ancestors in you. You just don't even realize it because you're not tapping in. That's your problem. Man, y'all get the likes up on the video, man. Come on, man. Get the likes up on the video. Oh, Lord, what done happened? Y'all put the prayers up. Wayne done had another seizure. They say it was a short one. But Wayne done had another seizure. This clone is about to mess up. They're going to have to put a new one out. But listen, Wayne has seizures often. The real Wayne. Not the clone Wayne, but the real Wayne, he really is a genius. Like as far as with his wordsmith and the way that his brain works, and it would cause him to have seizures because you can't have that much action going on in your brain without other action happening. You get it? Most of us ain't even operating at that high of a you know what I'm saying, at that high of a intellect. But yeah, Wayne had another seizure. It says they said it was a small one. It wasn't nothing bad. It says on Monday, August 11th, the 42-year-old rapper was set to perform at Toronto's Budweiser stage, but pulled out due to unforeseen illnesses. Due to unforeseen illnesses, Wayne Toronto show tonight will be postponed. The venue began a statement on X. As his fans know, he loves putting on nothing short of the best performance for those who come out, and he was so excited for this one. They continued in a separate post on the platform. Please stay tuned for the new date coming soon. All previously purchased tickets will be honored for the new date once announced. So y'all keep Wayne in y'all prayers, man. Do not clog up the prayer line. Yes, I am the hall monitor for the prayer line. If you clog up the prayer line for any, I let y'all drop y'all a 1-2 yin-yings for y'all celebrities. But what we not going to do is clog up the prayer line. We got bigger and better prayers to be sending up. Okay? So get in line, put your little prayer, 1-2 yin-yang, God look after them, and move around to the next subject. Okay? Do not clog up the prayer line over no Wayne. This ain't even a real Wayne, no way. So do not get on this prayer line clogging it up. I'm telling you now, I am the hall monitor of the prayer line. I will cut you short. Okay. Right. We got too much stuff going on. Ain't nobody worried about Wayne. He all right. Ain't nobody worried about no damn Wayne. That nigga crazy. Anyway, Tyler passed out. I heard she had a new video and nobody cared. Or she was working on a new video and nobody cared. Hello. Speaking of the neighborhood talk, the shade room, on site, they are all fed allegedly. But these are all alleged CIA COINTELPRO situations. So be mindful that they're spinning in part of the narrative to keep you all discombobulated and confused. I paid attention to it very well during the election season. It's bad. But so when you get your news from them, you got to know and understand how to read it because it's ran by tethers. And also it's meant to be not informative, but to kind of make you emotionally charged, if it makes sense. But neither here nor there. When it comes down to the neighborhood talk, what was it? Yeah, the neighborhood talk on site and all those situations. They'll put out some stuff to make you feel a way and then get you to take that over to another platform and start all types of it's a bunch of gaslighting and a bunch of how do you say it? Like they basically on here trying to get you to crash out. Oh, they definitely energy harvesting and directing. Listen to me, algorithm overhaul during the election. Listen, if there was a way to measure the amount of energy harvesting that the neighborhood talk, the shade room, and on site, just them three. I'm not talking about no other sites, just them three. If there was a way to measure up the amount of energy they harvest with the amount of bull crap that they posted for y'all to get mad about, oh my God. I don't even think you can measure it. Because I'm talking about every day, post after post after post. Even still, when they post about political stuff, to this day, post after post. And people on there giving it all their energy, not even realize it's being started up by the bots. So they send the bots in the comment section first. So this what happened. I'm about to give y'all the tea. Look, this what happened because it's a system. This is systematic racism. You want to know what it is? I'm about to show you. So what happens is, what they do is they get the platforms to post it. They put these salacious headlines on it, and as soon as they post it, all of a sudden here come the bots. And the bots are the conversation starters. They're going to be the bots are going to be who determine or what determines the way the comment section goes. So typically when you go under a comment section, your most liked comment is typically what most of the people in the comment section feel. Rather it be good or bad. But this is the thing. If they say something clever or something that make people laugh, it can also make people want to engage more. That's energy harvesting. It's a trap. because you don't know how to look at social media without being attached to it. You don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. So this is not a fault on you. You don't know how to detach spiritually and emotionally from this stuff. You're too connected. So they take that and use it to their advantage. And they make a lot of money. They do a lot of things with all of that things that you don't know about. It's about being ignorant, not in the term of being of calling nobody out their name, but just not knowing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Y'all got to be mindful, man. It's a lot of traps around here, and I'm seeing them. They just popping up out. I mean, it's crazy. Let's move on. Let's get into this doggone show. Hold on really quickly. Have y'all liked the video? Have you or a friend liked the video? Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do this Monday through Friday. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the building. All right. Now I want to get into let's start with Glorilla. So here's this guy. What's his name? Christian hip hop artist MC Nice. I don't know these people. I don't listen to a lot of gospel music. Hold on. Thank you, Naturally Beautiful, for the super chat. Says, Grand Rising Vu, did you hear about Tyler being found unconscious? Mims just did a video on it. Love you down to the ground, fat. Traveling grace and mercy. No, I didn't hear about that. My prayers up to her, though. I don't want nothing bad to happen to the girl. But they say they working her like a Hebrew slave. That's what they say. I didn't say it. They say they around there working her like a Hebrew slave. Y'all think that y'all be thinking that celebrities just be all sweet and roses, huh? Simply the best. Thank you for the super chat. Or Simple the best. Sorry. Says, hey, Boo, did you hear about the ice cream trucks going around late nights in VA and there's missing children? No, but I've seen a large influx of reports of missing Black American children. Yeah, we need to start paying attention to these kids. You know, we got to get back to, remember back in the day when the street lights came on, you had to come inside. Yeah, we got to go back. Listen, I get it. A lot of us in my age group, we trauma bond over the things that our parents did to us, but everything they taught us wasn't wrong. Everywhere they raised us wasn't wrong. Certain things they did was wrong. I get it. But everything they did wasn't wrong. That was right. We need to go back. Is the street lights on? Where your kids at? How the commercial used to go? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? We got to get back to that. They picking up y'all babies. I only got one baby, and his name's Saint. My child is 22, so and she's 6 feet tall. Might be about 6'1", so it's going to be hard to snatch up. But you get what I'm saying? They picking up babies. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Black American babies being snatched up. Y'all take care of y'all children. Watch y'all children, man. Esther Messiah, thank you for the super chat. Says, injecting unknown chemicals into your body is not the answer. Facts. And she's talking about in reference to the Ozempic. TL, thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, I just emailed you suggestions for things to do in Turks. Thank you so much, because I hadn't had time to do that yet. They have some beautiful beaches in the world, Craig, and you will see gold teeth. Oh, I can't wait, girl. I can't wait. Listen, ain't nothing like getting off the plane. Listen to me. Get me up here. Thank you for the super chat, TL. Shout out to the Caribbean, bro. Shout out to the Caribbean. Ain't nothing like that plane taxiing into that doggone driveway. That's what I call it. And you look down and see that little nigga down there with the long, thick dreads directing the plane like this. And they long, them locks so long and beautiful and shining on that sun. Do you hear me? I'm telling you what the experience like. Every single Caribbean island I done land on is there. I'm telling you what I done seen. The taxi, the plane taxi in, it's a nigga down there with locks, taxiing that mother, and them locks is shine bright like a diamond off of that sun. Do you hear me? Because the sun hit different over there. See us in America, the sun hit different over there. Ball getting off that doggone plane, seeing them beautiful Black women, them beautiful Black men with beautiful Black skin like us, same features, same hair textures, same braids. They talk different. You wouldn't know it until they talk. But boy, them men out there, Lord have mercy. Watching them men, oh Lord. And then when I got to the Bahamas and saw them gold teeth, I love me a ugly ass, black ass nigga with gold teeth. Do you hear me? It's something about them. It's something about an ugly ass, black ass nigga with gold teeth. Something to do something to my spirit in a good way. I don't know why. I don't know why. And boy, they got I'm not saying they're all ugly, but they got a lot of, ooh, Lord, I can't wait to see them gold teeth, girl. Do you hear me? Woo! I can't wait to get in. I always sit by the window too, so when the plane taxi in, I could be looking out to see who all down there. Look at me. Oh, okay, all right. Cause see, it's not like America. Most of the people at the airport is locals and they black. In America, child, you don't know who at the airport. You know what I mean? You don't know who you don't know who around there, girl. For real, girl. I went to Atlanta. When I go through Atlanta airport, I just don't even talk. Buku African. Shout out to the Africans, man. Let's get back into the show. So this dude, MC Nice. Wait. I think I had one more. Oh, yeah. One more super chat. Thank you, Copper Engine, for the super chat. Says, in researching my ancestry, I discovered that my ex-husband and I have distant ancestors, even land sales. Wow. But you know what's crazy? Let me say this too to everybody out here. Get me back up here, I guess. I got to say this part too. This is the thing. There's a lot of double cousins in our family. It just is. Reason being is a lot of families, first of all, you can't procreate with people unless you're around them. So most of the people procreated with the people that they were around. And back then, it was a lot of family. So this family stayed here, that family stayed there. And you know what? This family might have kids that dated the kids from that family and vice versa. So what you're going to find is a lot of, quote unquote, as my people in Georgia say, the country folks, not Atlanta, but the country folks in Georgia say double cousins. You're going to find that because a lot of interweaving with marriage, a lot of interweaving with, you know, my in-law married this in-law or my cousin married Joe. You know, it's crazy. It's normal. Don't think nothing crazy about it. It's normal. It's only bad when it's your auntie with your uncle making a baby. If it's 5-6 generations ago, I promise you, you are all right. You all right, baby. Don't worry about it. Now, if you're a little slow, then that explains a lot for you. But that ain't for me to say. I'm not no doctor. You see what I'm saying? If you're a little slow and a little delayed, and you do your genealogy and find out some double cousins was in there, that might answer some questions for you. I don't know. I can't say. Okay? Y'all get the likes up on the video, man. All right, so let's get back into the show. So this dude, MC Nice, says that he don't think it's fair that Glorilla was able to win a gospel award. And I'm not even a gospel fan, and he's absolutely right. But see, people won't even acknowledge that because they like Glorilla. But let's really be clear. That devil y'all call Glorilla should not have been nowhere around gospel or the awards. Do you hear me? But as I told y'all before, Kirk Franklin and the family already sold gospel music to the powers that be. So now they'd rather cross Glorilla over to the gospel sector, have her who done nothing but devil music all this time. Now she goes get on a track with a gospel artist and then go over there to the awards ceremony and win all of the doggone awards. Yeah, if I was a gospel artist, I would feel the same way as he does. He feels like it's not fair. And I'm with him and I don't even know who he is. Let's get into it.
Tasha Cobbs Leonard and Kirk Franklin have collaborated with hip hop and rap genre. How do you feel about these legendary artists dipping their foot in the secular rap category?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of them things where we don't get to go in their category. So I just, you know, we're working on some things with the Stellars to try to tighten up the category in the sense of making sure that first off they collaborate with, you know, with Christian hip hop artists. There's only been 7 Christian hip hop artists that's went #1 on Billboard. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? So It's just we trying to work out the collaboration with us. And so for me, that's what it's all about. I appreciate what they're doing. I just needed to be recycled, to the Christian hip hop artists that's actually in Christian rap, in gospel.
Since we're talking about hip hop, Glorilla recently took home an award for Best Inspirational Song at the BET Awards, and that is a gospel category. So how do you feel about people in the rap genre dipping their foot in gospel and then taking home awards for it?
Yeah, so for me, it's a matter of who's on the board, who's voting for this, because it couldn't be people from gospel, right? So there's no shade in regards to Glorilla, because she did it with Maverick City. She was with the big dogs of gospel. Right. So obviously they put their stamp on it. So for me, it's just a matter of, at the end of the day, working it out to where that doesn't happen.
We all know that it's like Tasha Cobbs Leonard.
Kirk Franklin and the family sold y'all out fat. But look, first of all, no shade, but I know them gospel artists is just as bad as the secular artists. But let's really be clear. If we go back to our roots, a rapper or an artist like Glorilla wouldn't have been able to come near gospel music. And we know that. The two don't mix. You can't be hot and cold at the same time. Hell, the Bible even tell you that. The quote unquote Christians who was championing this it made me, I couldn't believe it. I literally could. I said, what? And it wasn't because they knew what they were saying was right. It was solely because they liked Glorilla. At the end of the day, this is all wrong. And this is why nobody goes to church. It's a bunch of bull. And as a matter of fact, gospel music don't even have the soul no more that it used to have. You know why? Because y'all came out of the church. Mentally and physically. Having Glorilla, listen, Kirk Franklin been showing y'all who he was. Didn't he get allegedly outed for being on the PORN tip? Allegedly twerking on stage. These people are showing you who they are. Y'all just want to close your eyes. Y'all want to run around like doggone Kirk Franklin, not Kirk Franklin. Y'all want to run around like Stevie Wonder with the blinders on purpose. These people are telling you out loud who they are. Come on now. I'm with the dude. Glorilla shouldn't have been nowhere around the gospel music, but knowing what I know, the gospel artists and the gospel sector is just as, if not as corrupted and bad as the regular sector. So get it how you live. It is what it is. My opinion is though, it shouldn't be together. You can't, like I said, the book said you can't be hot and cold. You got to pick a side. Same thing with this delineation movement. You got to pick a side. You can't say, I think we should delineate, but I also think we could delineate and still work. No, pick a side. That's where we at with it. It's right now, this is the movement of separating the real from the fake. Pick a side. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what side to pick. But once you pick your side, make sure you stay on that side. That's all I'm saying. Because it's either us or nothing. If you don't have the mindset and the mentality that it's us or nothing, then I don't think we like-minded. Meaning, if it ain't us, it's nobody. If it ain't us, it's nothing. There's no in-betweens. There's no but what if. There's no but wait a minute, but I got but what if. Now, I don't want to hear none of that. It's either us or nothing. The book say you can't be hot or cold, can't serve two masters. That might be a way to translate to what we got going on. You can't serve two masters, or you can't be hot and cold. Pick a side. Okay? Now, Shadur Sanders. We all watched the draft. This ball was supposed to go to first round draft pick, but he didn't. And a lot of the reason is because of his father. See, a lot of us, most of us don't know how to tap into our gifts. Some of us do. Deion Sanders is one of those men. He was able in his prime and in his heyday, he was able to spiritually, emotionally, physically in every which way mentally, tap in. That's why Deion Sanders could go play a football game and win a baseball game in the same day, nigga. That's why Deion Sanders was prime time. The nigga was spiritually untouchable. And the enemy knew that. That's why they hated that nigga. You know another nigga who was spiritually untouchable? AI. You know another nigga who's spiritually untouchable? What's that nigga with the girl Aisha Howard? What's the boy name who played basketball? The little boy who got all the churn leaving his churn. He better watch that too, because that karma gonna come back on him. I'm saying all that to say some of us are spiritually protected. Deion was one of those people. Okay. Anthony Edwards, that's the one I'm talking about, not Steph. Anthony Edwards, he another one protected. Steph is not protected. I don't know what Steph got going on. And this is no shade. I don't feel that off of Steph. And this is no shade. I'm not saying nothing negative about Steph. I just don't feel that off of him. I could be wrong. I don't feel it. I'm telling you, I could look through a computer screen and feel it. I don't feel it from Steph. Now he does have God abilities. We've seen it, but I don't feel the energy off of that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm saying all that to say this. Listen. That's why Deion, listen, what's the old saying? And y'all correct me in the comment. Isn't there an old saying the children will pay for the sins of their fathers or something like that? I don't know if that's a Bible verse or if it's just a quote. Either way, that's what's happening here. What you're seeing is prophecy. Shadur Sanders had to suffer for the sins of his father, or what the enemy deemed to be sins, right? So now they say, okay, you want to raise up two boys and try to put them in this league? Nigga, we gonna make it the worst time in your life. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. So now we watched the draft. We saw Shadur did not go in the first round. We saw he didn't go in the second round, third round, fourth round. And in the fifth round, he finally went. Everybody, even if you didn't believe it, everybody in their mama subconsciously knew that boy was hacked. That boy was sabotaged. Everybody in their mammy knew that boy was sabotaged. And let me tell you something. One thing about the enemy know how to recognize energies. You want to know when they knew Shadur was the seed of his father? I mean, they knew he was his father's son, but they didn't know he was the seed of his father until he made one statement. Listen, are y'all checking? I need y'all to open y'all ears. Open your eyes, all three of them. Open your eyes, all three of them. Open your ears too. It was a one moment in time where the enemy knew that he is the seed of his father. Not that he's his father's son, that he is the seed of his father. When Shadur Sanders came on here and said, any franchise that get me, I'm going to make that franchise better. We just saw a confident young black boy. They saw an untamed spirit that they can't do nothing with. Just like their daddy. You get it? Just like his daddy. There's a reason why Shiloh don't get the bad rep that Shadur gets. Shadur is not only his father's son. Shadur is the seed of his father. His father is running through him, and he's still here on the earth right now. That's why he talk like him. He act like him. You get it? Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Because I want to make sure as I'm telling you this, y'all are following. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand where I'm going or what I'm saying so far. Shadur is the seed of his father. That's why they doing him the way that they doing him, okay? The enemy can recognize that. The average person can't. We just saw an arrogant little boy. Some people feel like he have a right to be arrogant. Some people feel like he don't, but most people just see arrogance. They see something else. So yeah, they sabotaged him. Most people knew that. We all was sitting around saying, duh, they sabotaged him. Well, this man, Erick Dickerson, just finally came out and said and blasted it out to everybody that, yeah, they wanted to make an example out of him. And let me tell you something about this spiritual warfare we dealing with. The problem with the enemy is they trying to use worldly possessions and worldly worldly weapons to fight a spiritual war. They trying to use money, influence, clout, and fame to fight a spiritual war, and it's not going to work. See, that's why when Shadur came in the game, he had money. He wasn't like, for instance, there's a difference between Shadur and Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter need that money. That signing bonus or that deal that he signed, that's going to change his life. Shadur didn't need that money. He wasn't no billionaire, but he didn't need that money. See, Spirit was preparing him for this level because they wanted him to go into this untouchable. You get it? Spirit wanted Shadur to walk in untouchable. So, okay, you gonna knock me back to the 5th round? Bet. I remember the whole number came across the thing. He lost $30-something million by going in the 5th round and not the 1st. Shadur still smiled. Shadur understands he is the seed of his father. He's bigger than his father's son. He is the seed of his father. He knows that he's spiritually protected. He walking through like the pimp. Like, and what's up? He walking through like on some what's up? And what? And that's what's going on in the spirit realm. What we see is what I'm about to show you on the video. Them saying that they sabotaged him. You got to start asking why. It's bigger than, because he's Deion's son and they don't like Deion. That's the most rudimentary way to think. That's the most basic way to think. Oh, because they don't like his daddy. Why don't they like his daddy? Have any of y'all ever answered that? And if you use material, say, because he had money and he did this, then you already lost. You already lost. If you go into, well, he don't like his daddy because he was able to go play football and play basketball and he was able to be great. That's why they don't like him. They hate black people. If that's your mindset, you already lost. It's way deeper than that. He's disciplined because he's spiritually protected. You get it? See, spiritual protection has to come along with discipline. Because you have to meditate. It's a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in. Let's get into this guy, Erick Dickerson, coming out telling us that they sabotaged him. Hold on. Let me unmute it. Yeah. All right. I hate watching Instagram on the internet. I mean, yeah, on the computer.
As much here what I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL told other, don't draft him. Do not draft him. We're gonna make an example out of him. And this came from a very good source. And he said that, I won't say who, somebody called the Cleveland Browns and said, don't do that. Draft him. Yep, draft him. Don't do that. Because they weren't gonna draft him either. They weren't gonna draft him. They were forced into drafting him because somebody made a call to them, said, you know, and I say, when I say this is a NFL side source for sure, you know, so this is not here. So look, one thing about it is, and I'll just say it, you know, they don't like when guys have brands, especially black players, you know, and that's mostly us with the brand, you know, we kind of, some guys are flashy and all that kind of stuff. They don't like that. This kid, Fred, I don't think you knew this. He had already made $17 million from a car deal. And I'll tell you this much here, what I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL deal that he already signed, a car deal, he had 17 million already for that. Then he had another 14, I think, from a was it a shoe, Nike or some shoe deal. So he was good with money wise, but I know he wants to play in the National Football League for sure.
So how does he do that? I mean, Cleveland picked him. I find it fascinating, Eric. You're saying somebody even called the Browns and said, don't do that.
Yeah, somebody called the Browns and said.
So what was the objective? He doesn't get picked. He's an undrafted free agent.
That's exactly what's going to happen. They were going to have him, he was not going to get drafted, to basically show you this is what happens when you do this. I mean, look, you know, McFred. So the guy that they drafted, the quarterback they drafted ahead of him, he wasn't as good as Shadur. He even said it. I mean, how do you draft a guy that you know that's not better than the guy that you drafted after? That don't even make sense.
Do you think Shedeur knew they wanted to make an example out of him?
I don't think he realized to the extent that the NFL would go to make an example out of him. No, I don't think he knew that. I don't think his dad knew the extent that they would go to make an example out of him. I mean,
I think he knew. Let me tell y'all something. Deion know this industry, but he don't just understand the industry. He understand and overstand the way they operate, how they work, what they do. And it seems like what Deion said was, I'm going to set my boys up to be able to step into this warfare and be unfazed, untouched. Even when they pull out the hardest daggers, I'm going to set my boys up to make sure when they step in, they can't be phased. They can't be penetrated by them daggers they're going to try to throw at them. Because he knew that. They hate that nigga. They hate Deion. Because his spirituality is too, they can't do nothing with him. I think they both knew too, because that's where I was going. I think that Deion talks to his sons. I think that it's much more leading on than what we know. We just looking at the surface. It's a lot. I think they both knew that he was going to get sabotaged. I think they both knew. But listen to what happened as they trying to attack him with the money, making him lose all this money. He had got 17 million from a car deal, X amount of million from that money literally falling in his laps. He ain't even got as a matter of fact, he can tell the NFL to take all his checks and put them in a doggone saving or trust fund. He can say, I don't even want to touch that money. Take my NFL money, put that up for my kids and potential grandkids, and I'm going to live off the NIL money. Do you understand how untouchable this dude is walking through this place and how mad it's making the enemy? This shit deeper, man. It's so much deeper than y'all understand. You guys have to tap in. Your ancestors waiting on you. Your ancestors are waiting on you. Listen, they're waiting. Your ancestors. I don't know who they are. They waiting on you. Y'all got to tap in. Still give all praises to the Most High God and all that. But you got to tap in. I'm telling you, man. Watch how your life change.
So the guy that they drafted, the quarterback they drafted ahead of him, he wasn't as good as Shadur. He even said it. I mean, how do you draft a guy that you know that's not better than the guy that you drafted after? That don't even make sense.
Do you think Shedeur knew they wanted to make an example out of him?
I don't think he realized to the extent that the NFL would go to make an example out of him. No, I don't think he knew that. I don't think his dad knew the extent that they would go to make an example out of him.
I believe it. Shout out to Shadur. How the book say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. Ain't that what the song say? It ain't working. No matter what they do, it ain't working. And they can take all the money they can from them, and it still ain't gonna work. Must be nice. Must be nice. Thank you for the super chat. Danica Tate says, and they didn't want to pay him twice. He getting more money on the back end too. Jersey sales. I heard about the jersey sales going crazy. That's what I'm saying. Everything that they use to control everybody else, because we thought we had to go outside to get it. Hello, tap in. Everything that they control us with is stuff that we have to go outside to get, and we don't realize it's right inside. You get it? Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Danica. Thank you, Nikki, for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, in chat, thank you for letting our people know we are not to trust and depend on the system, but I'm good. I'm God. God consistently reminds me of this. Facts. As a matter of fact, my shirt says, it's never luck, it's always God. Look at that. Huh? Look at God. And I'm talking about me and the Most High. You get it? Thank you for the super chat, Nikki John. Monica, thank you for the super chat. It says, safe travels, boo. Have fun and get some rest. Will do. Thank you so much. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please get the likes up on the video. All right. Now, we need to move on. Shout out to Shadur. He's going to excel. He's going to do well, and the haters going to be mad. Child, let's go to Lil Nas X since we on spiritual warfare. Let me tell y'all something with this Lil Nas X stuff. Let me tell y'all something. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me hold him to last. Let me get Trump and this doggone Smithsonian thing out of the way. All right. So Trump has went to the Smithsonian and told them, because remember, a lot of these museums are federally funded. See, this is the hand that Trump uses to control people. People be real like, oh, Trump trying to bully people. No, he not. All he's saying is either do what I say or I'm taking back my money. Now, is it blackmail? Possibly. Is it a bit of a messed up? A lot. But technically, that's what he's saying. So basically, Trump went to the Smithsonian and told the Smithsonian, hey, look, y'all be putting 20 on 10 on this slavery. So I'm going to need y'all to go back and revise it. Now, the way the neighborhood talk and on-site postured this is if Donald Trump is trying to rewrite history. I think from behind and I think from in front, right? I have foresight and I have whatever's the opposite of foresight. I have all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking to myself when I saw this, because I saw a lot of the blogs and everything coming on here talking about how horrible Trump is for doing this, because Trump is basically telling the Smithsonian that they need to go back and revise the way they telling the history of slavery. But I have to pose a question to the Black Americans who are mad. This is just a question, and I want you to open up your be open when you answer this question. What if, just what if, the way that they explained slavery to you in the beginning was wrong? What if they sensationalized things that happened back in the day? And let me explain, because I know some people are going to say, oh, voodoo trying to say slavery didn't exist. And I know it's somebody slow in the bike, and I'm explaining, they still going to say that, so I don't care. But I'm explaining for the ones who might be following me, but may need me to clarify. What if, remember, how did we find out about slavery? How did we find out about slavery? Through the movie Roots. Initially, it came through the schools, right? But it really became popular and gained popularity through the movie Roots. That's a movie coming from a book written by Alex Haley. Now, this is what we know. Alex Haley is an author who plagiarized the book Roots. He stole copyrighted literature from other authors to make the movie Roots. So when I played y'all that little clip, when he's sitting down with that guy and they say, so when it comes down to how much of this real and how much of this fantasy, how much is it real? He said, well, a whole lot of it's fiction. He said, because I can't go back to that time. So we kind of was just making it up. He literally told y'all. So with that being said, how do we know that they didn't sensationalize this thing so that they can make a lot of money, harvest our energy, start us where, get us to where we are, call us Africans? Just what if? Take that under consideration, because I believe that's what happened. According to my research, I know that that's what happened. They sensationalized. They put 20 on 10. So yes, Black people were enslaved. Yes, Black people in the South were beaten, hanged, and all that stuff. Yes, that happened. But they exacerbated it to get you to be afraid and mentally enslaved. You get it? If you think it, so it shall be. If you think you're a slave, guess what you're going to walk around the world being? Mentally, a slave. Right? So put out the movie, boom, hit them with the movie, or hit them with the series. Let's do it annually. Hit them every time, every year, annually, boom, boom. That's gonna reinforce it. Every time that the mind spell not working, hit them with the movie again. And we've ingested it so much so that the idea of it being fake is asinine to the majority of us. So much so that me saying this, I'm pretty positive somebody gonna go off of here and say voodoo around here saying slavery didn't exist and didn't pay attention to nothing I just said. Because it's a willful ignorance. Those people I can't do nothing with. Let them go off and say what they want to say. What I'm telling you is they put 20 on 10 with the story to mentally enslave you, and it worked. It worked flawlessly. I did an educational Friday of this man who was on the bus in the 1950s, the late 1950s, when they first introduced the out of Africa theory to Black American children. That was in the late 1950s. After they introduced this theory in a social studies book in a mixed class with white kids and Black kids, and they told the white kids that they were the slaver, and they told the Black kids that they were the slave. They showed the white person in nice dressed up clothes. They showed the Black person as an African kid with flies all on them and a big old stomach living in a doggone village. Put a 5 in the chat if you remember what I'm talking about. I was there. So now think about what this does to the subconscious mind of a child. If I'm a white child and I'm being depicted as the slaver, I am superior. I created a superior complex. This is where a lot of your bigotry and your hatred and your racism comes from. Remember, these are poor whites. These ain't the whites that enslaved you. These are the whites, the poor whites that came in on a disease-infested boat through Ellis Island. That's they kids. That's they kids. Listen, I'm giving you the story. It's they kids. The ones who came off the boat through Ellis Island, the disease-infested boat, the clear Slavic slave people, it was they kids who they sat down in high school or whatever school and said, you are the slaver. This is your part in society. And that created a what? Superior complex or superiority complex in those white kids. That's a good thing for them. That's why they tell you to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. That's why they racist towards you. That's why they did all the shit they did. They were given that mindset when they got the status of white. Now, what do you think it did to that Black kid who looked into that book for the first time and saw that he was an African living in a hut, no clothes, flies all attached to his face, big old belly, can't eat, and he got chains on his neck, chains on his wrists, chains on his ankles, depictions of him being hung. Most of them are fake. Depictions of them being hung, depictions of them being beat. They ain't never real photos, mostly depictions. How you think that made that little kid feel? Not only would it make him mad, it will make him develop what? An inferiority complex. So now he got to look next to him at that white kid who see the slaver in the same book he got, and then look down at his book and see the slave in him in his book. And I got to go to school with this girl. Now it has already been established who we are in this society. You are here. This is what it does to the subconscious mind of a child. This white man is here and I am here, way down there. So since my subconscious has now took that on, everything I do from that moment on is going to be because that thought in my subconscious is what guides me to do everything that I do. Why I can't get a good job. Why I can't keep myself together. Why I can't get off these drugs. Why I can't get off this liquor. Why I can't get my life together. Because subconsciously, and remember what the subconscious is. You don't hear the subconscious. You don't even know it's there. But it controls mostly of everything that you say and do. So you've ingested the fact that you're the slave and that they are the slaver. They're here, you're there, and now all of a sudden, everything you do in life, from you on to your kids, to your grandkids, and their kids, and so on and so forth. That's what it does generationally to a mindset. So now here come the neighborhood talk as the Fed operations allegedly on-site neighborhood talk, shade room. Y'all know how they go. With the gaslighting, with the dog whistling, with the emotional harvesting through propaganda and eye-catching titles. So let's get into this. Donald Trump orders a review of Smithsonian museums, claims they focus too much on how bad slavery was. Now, let me show you how this works. Of all the quotes that he said, why do you think they put that particular quote as the title? First of all, they know most people are not going to go read the article. 99% of them ain't going to go read it. They're going to see the title, look at the picture, and go, damn, and then they're going to go down in the comments and put their comment. It's a way to keep you mentally enslaved. All these blogs, all these celebrities, all them people, to get you mentally and keep you mentally enslaved. So now what do the mentally enslaved do? Go right in the comment section and talk about how horrible he is, how black people, this good for y'all, y'all voted for him, that orange man back at it again. And you not even realize that the people you clapping for thinking doing for you, like I'll give you an example. They not realizing they boycotting Target for DEI, and DEI is going to annihilate them. But they mad at Trump for telling the Smithsonian to tell the real story when what he's doing is going to help you. I ain't never taught my child she was no slave. I don't want her to have that mentality. I never tell my child she was no slave. I don't want her to have that mentality. I don't want her walking around feeling inferior to nobody. Nigga, fuck wrong with you? Nigga, what? I don't give a damn who you is. I ain't never told my child we came from no damn slavery. Never. As a matter of fact, I preach to her often the opposite. Because I understand how the subconscious work. If I tell my child she a slave, she gonna go through life as a fucking slave. And I refuse. Not my seed. Not mine. Not mine. You could do it with yours. Not mine. Not mine. So now Trump telling Smithsonian to revise the history, meaning go back, all that extra shit you putting on this slavery shit, take that out. Just tell them what really happened. And the Smithsonian is using your energy and your emotions because y'all already have the preconceived notions, and you don't realize that the things you're clapping for are the things that are set up to annihilate you. And the things that you're downing and demeaning are actually some of the things that are here to help you. Like when he rolled back the DEI from the HBCUs and the colleges. Black American children wasn't getting none of them doggone scholarships. It was all foreigners and all clear kids. So when he rolled back DEI from college, that opened up how much money for Black Americans? But if the neighborhood talk posted and make it say, oh, Trump went and attacked DEI, what's that mean for HBCUs? Most people are going to be mad at Trump thinking that he's doing something bad, but you don't understand. Good is bad and bad is good in this situation. The neighborhood talk is the one that's misleading you. So now Trump pulls back or tells them, because he did the same thing with DEI with the HBCUs or with the colleges. That means there's a lot of scholarship money sitting somewhere else. If you Black and you want to go to college, y'all need to be going down and see what they about to do with that, where they about to relocate or reallocate them funds. Because it's millions and probably billions of dollars since Trump told them no more DEI down to the colleges. There's millions and billions of dollars sitting somewhere else. Y'all need to be, y'all want your children to go to school? You want to go to school? Y'all need to be down there trying to see, well, what y'all about to do with that money? Can we get some of that? Yeah. Hey, go down to them HBCUs who y'all think is y'all friends. Go down to them HBCUs and tell them what y'all about to do with that money. Ask them what y'all about to do with all that money from DEI. Because we need some of that. We need to get some of that. Now, when it comes to the Smithsonian, he went down and asked him to do that, and let's get into it. It says, Trump has instructed his attorneys to conduct a review of the Smithsonian museums, claiming they focus excessively on how bad slavery was in American history. In a post on social media platform, Trump stated that the Smithsonian is out of control. To address this, he revealed that he has instructed his attorneys to review the Smithsonian museums, aiming to ensure that their content aligns with his administration's perspective on American history. Civil rights advocates and historians are reacting to the reports, expressing concerns that such action downplays the struggles of Black people in the country's history. Those civil rights activists have the same method of operation that Umar had with the school. They need you to run around here still thinking you slaves. That makes them a lot of money. The same way Umar needed y'all to believe in some school that was really Ray's boom boom room to keep his pockets lined. What I was about to say? So yeah, they want the history to be what it was. It makes them a lot of money. It's the same thing with Pan-Africanism. Slavery is a religion like Pan-Africanism. Slavery is a religion. If you even try to have a conversation with the average Black person about slavery and tell them something was told to them wrong, they will try to thrash you. That's just how it is. It's a religion. People are religiously attached to slavery. That's the witchcraft. That right there is the witchcraft. If you are religiously attached to slavery, that's the spell you are under. That's the spell you under right there, one of. Because why can't folk come? Some of the stuff they said be lies in the past. Why can't folk come? The Smithsonian could possibly be lying. Why is that so unheard of? Why do we trust the Smithsonian so much with our history anyway? Why would they tell us the truth? They still won't tell us what's in the Grand Canyon. So we got to be mindful of paying attention. Don't just read the headlines. Pay attention to what is happening. It seems to me, I could be wrong, and I don't know if this is done on purpose or if it's done, I don't know why, but it seems to me a lot of the moves Trump been making, not all, but some of the moves that Trump has been making has really benefited Black Americans. But most of us don't know it because we just automatically hate him. And I don't like him neither, so I don't care about him. But when it comes down to my people and I see something they don't see, it's my job to come out here and say, hey, y'all, look, they got some money over here. Go get it. You see what I'm saying? Because the Democrats, the shade room, the neighborhood talk, they're not going to tell you the other side of the story. Okay, he wants them to revise the history, but now this opens up new money, or now this opens up new. They're not going to put that part in there. You see what I'm saying? Because they need you emotionally charged. It's energy harvesting. It's energy harvesting. That's what the whole sites are about. To harvest your energy, get you emotionally charged in your feelings, and write down in the comments, good or bad. Right? That's the part. Tap in. That's the only way you can control that. Because they got hella stock on us. Didn't Hitler say he got America's God's chosen people? His jewels? We are the X-Men, you know. For those who get it, no. For those who get it. We are the X-Men. If you ever seen the movie X-Men, it's us. And the only people who are able to tap in will understand what I'm saying. Everything coming full circle. We are the X-Men. And if anybody ever saw, go watch the very first X-Men. Go watch the first one. We just don't know it. That's the spell. That's the witchcraft we all walking around under right now. Telling you now. Let me read some more super chats. Bree, thank you for the super chat. Says facts. We had to watch it in school. We had which was Monday, or which was, let me see what that word I can't see from there. Which was man. Let me tell you something. They showed it in our schools. It was a way to reinforce the spiritual war, the spiritual, the mental mentality of being a slave. And they still, matter of fact, didn't they redo Roots? Didn't one of the people just redo it and they say they about to redo it again? That's to reinforce the spell, to keep you mentally enslaved. You get it? Thank you, Bree. Thank you for the super chat. Joseph Calloway says, vacation drink on me. Love your content and your work ethic for both channels. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll be busting my tail. Speaking of busting my tail, I hope you guys have liked the video and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. Like the video. Okay. Elevated Queen, thank you for the super chat. Says Fridays are so educational. Thank you. Yes, this is Educational Friday, baby. Welcome to the party. You're late. This is Educational Friday. Pull up. Thank you for the super chat, Mecca. Thank you for the super chat. Says I'm 27 and mom would always say we ain't no slaves. No. And you know what's crazy? My aunt, my grandmother's sister, told me that I told you yesterday that she said she taught her children that they've never been from Africa, that she's always taught her children that they from America and that we Indian. This is my grandmother's sister. But one thing she made sure to tell me was I never sat down and told my children we were slaves. She said I would never put that type of witchcraft on my kids. That's what my auntie said. My grandmother's sister said that. She said I would have never put that type of witchcraft on my kids. It didn't make sense till it makes sense now. Thank you for the super chat. Robin Thick, thank you for the super chat. Says it's learned hopelessness and helplessness. My parents ain't let us believe in them lies. You had good parents. Shout out to your parents. Thank you for the super chat, Robin. And thanks again. You sent another one. Says you can't win, you can't break even, you can't get out of the game. The Wiz, they want you deaf, humble, and hopeless so they can use you. Facts. OMG, that's big facts, major facts, huge facts. Thank you so much. Trey, thank you for the super chat. Says, honestly, I question how many of us are really protesting this. Online tethers and ops love saying we so they can keep benefiting from us unchecked. Facts. Trey, you hit the hammer on the head or the nail on the hammer, or whatever they be saying, you hit it. You are absolutely right. A lot of tethers do be on there cosplaying as us. So a lot of times you'll see a black face and you'll see somebody say, oh, we, when they talk about slavery, or us, when they talk about anything that happened in American history. But when you go on their profile, you see the flags in the bio and you go, oh, there you go. There you go. This ain't no we and us. Hell wrong with you. But that's all a part of the system. This is systematic. I'm telling y'all, this is systematic spiritual warfare. Systematic means it comes from every angle it can come from. Tisha, thank you for the super chat. Says you got to watch Watchmen with Regina King. There was a celebrity president like Trump, and the indigenous Americans were connecting to their ancestry. What? Let me write that down too, because somebody said something in the chat before I came on. Lawana Blues, and I'm gonna watch The Watchmen. What? See what that's about. I'm gonna be on the flight anyway. I need something to watch. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now I need to bring my book. I'm gonna bring my book. I gotta finish my books. I gotta finish reading. That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna bring my book when I fly. I gotta get back into my books. Thank you so much for the super chat, Empress Me. She says, Voodoo, I've been trying to break my family from the out of Africa theory spell, but it's a short form explanation. I can tell them because it's too much. But what is the short form explanation? It ain't no explanation. I learn my people. I love my people, but I know my people. I study my people. I watch people. I be studying people and stuff. So I learn with my people, you can't rip the Band-Aid off. You got to trick our people into what's good for them. You got to trick them. And I'm saying that to say you have to go around the world and come back. So you already know your parents, and this is for anybody else who listening. Y'all might have parents or grandparents who already hell-bent on we from Africa, and there's nothing you could tell me. Cool. I'm about to give you the game. This what you do. Don't even mention Africa. Don't mention slavery. Those are buzzwords for people who are triggered and religiously under them spells. Don't even bring it up. Don't bring it up. And you damn sure don't want to bring it up during the first few words you saying, because you already know it's going to trigger them. Soon as you say slavery, yeah, we were slaves. Soon as you say Africa, yeah, we were from Africa. They ain't going to hear, all they going to hear is Africa and slave, and they going to go. Don't leave them words out. Go from a different angle. Ask them about their grandparents. Say, mama or grandmama, however y'all call y'all grandma, what you remember about your grandma? Oh, I remember my grandma was Ida Mae Wells. And Ida Mae, you know, she was married to Mr. John. And Mr. John, he owned a car shop. And what he was doing back then, because see, this is around a time when a lot of the people was just starting to buy cars. And Mr. John, he was one of the first comments on, you know, Mama Ida married Mr. John. This, I'm telling you how the story gonna go. I'm giving you the game. Soak it up, nigga. I'm giving you the game. And after they go through the story, you sit there and listen. You be like, well, okay, boom, 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 boom. After they tell you that, ask them, did any of them ever tell y'all anything about us having Indian in our family? Stop there, hit the record button, and let it rip. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to take my bow. You're welcome. Yes, yes, yes. I know I'm the GOAT. I know. You're welcome. It's okay. I just gave you the game. That's the only way you're going to get it out of them. If you come straight at Africa or come straight at slavery, you will not get the correct answers or the correct information. Let me tell you why. It's the same reason why you ever been around a person who's real heavy in Christianity or the Bible. If you say anything, it just triggers something and make them want to just go attacking you. And they say, oh, you're going to hell and you're going to burn. And it triggers. Yeah. That's the same reaction. That's the same dopamine reaction Africa and slavery gets from some of us. A lot of us. That's the same dopamine triggered reaction. It's almost like the words. It's almost like the spell that they cast. It's almost like, you know how you be hypnotized? Think about a hypnosis. Think about the clear men who be hypnotizing people on stage, and they'll throw the clock in front of them, and they say, you are now being hypnotized, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and then they snap their finger, right? Think about it. Once the person comes to, there's a trigger word. There's a word. This word makes them do whatever the person who have them under the hypnosis want them to do. So, for instance, come out of hypnosis. Let's say the trigger word is apples. So let's say the person come out of hypnosis, they walking around, oh my God, I don't know what just happened. All of a sudden you hear apples. Now this person is wilding out, windmilling, losing their mind. Da-da-da. That's the same witchcraft hypnosis spell they put you under when they told you we were slaves from Africa. So when you go to your parents or your grandparents or your elders, whoever you go to, when you go to them and you bring up that subject, you cannot use those words. Immediately, they will reject it. It's not them. It's their subconscious. Charge it to the game. Don't charge it to their hearts. You cannot charge it to their hearts. Charge it to the game. You just got to learn a way to maneuver around that and get the information you need. I study my people. I know my people. My people don't react well to sudden change. You gotta slow walk them. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Oh, gotta. That's how you gotta do it. Okay? Now let's get into the last subject we are on and why we are here. Speaking of sacrilegious, Lil Nas X. Now, Lil Nas X has a huge fan base, mostly clears and a lot of foreigners. because us Black Americans, we don't rock with weird shit. Let me tell you what I mean. When Eminem came out, and Eminem was this huge rap sensation. If Black America is honest with itself, most of us did not sit around listening to no goddamn Eminem. Yes, we bought the CD. Yes, we did. We did. We went and got it. But for the large majority, most of us was not at no party talking about turn on no Eminem. You see what I'm saying? Most of us was not at home wanting to listen to Eminem. And let me tell you why that is. It wasn't because he wasn't a great rapper. He actually is a great wordsmith who I believe I think he got a ghostwriter. I don't think that's him. I think he's just a figurehead, but whatever. A way to infiltrate and integrate, you know? But the reason we didn't connect with Eminem was because the things that Eminem was saying, we spiritually don't align with. See, Eminem was on here talking about putting his baby mama in the trunk and killing her and burying her in the backyard and raising the daughter with the mama buried in the backyard. We don't rock like that. We don't even want that shit in our ear. Well, at least one point we didn't, but we didn't rock like that. So for that, when it came down to the music, even though we acknowledged that he was a great artist, when it came down to the actual consumption of the music, we didn't consume it because it didn't align with us spiritually. See, one thing about your spirit, it's going to protect you when you too dumb to realize you can't even protect yourself. Your spirit tasted it, spit it out to him, and said, we don't want nothing to do with that. That's what happened collectively amongst the community. Okay? Now, why is this important? Here comes Lil Nas X. They knew with the experiment from Eminem that they got to get you to love the person first. Listen, these artists, these athletes, they're all created characters. Sorry to break it to you. All your artists, your athletes, they're all created characters. Yes, they possess the gifts. Yes, they possess whatever talents, but they are created characters. People are behind the scenes creating your next celebrity. You know why? Because they are your gods. These are your earthly gods. You worship them. When you run down to the concerts and spend your last and don't know how you're going to pay your rent, when you want to fight somebody behind saying something negative about them, when you bullying people on the internet, these are your gods. They behind the scenes creating these niggas like created characters on a video game. You just don't know it. You think, but she can sing, Voo. This doesn't make sense. She ain't no created character. She really could blow. That's the whole point. Duck, duck, goose. Duck, duck, goose. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. The point is to make it palatable. So you want to taste it. By the time you realize it ain't no good for you, the poison you've already ingested it. You're already done. So when they created the Lil Nas X character, they had to come a different way. So what did they do? They had him portray himself to be a straight man. And I don't care what nobody says. Lil Nas X portrayed himself to be a straight man with a banging hit, attracting what? The children. Soon after that, he turns gay. Now, don't get me wrong. The black community, we were like, that nigga gay? What? Niggas went back to go watch the Old Town Road video trying to see if they could see a punk in there or something like that. But we couldn't see the punk in the video. So we were like, wait a minute, this nigga gay? And then he came out and the collective of the black community was like, oh, that nigga gay. I'm trying to give you the phases of the evolution of Lil Nas X. It started out like, that nigga gay? Then it went to, oh, that nigga gay. Then it went to, oh yeah, that nigga done lost his mind. He going to hell. Why? Because just like Eminem, spiritually, what Lil Nas X was doing does not align with us. See, even when you're too stupid to realize you're being spiritually attacked, sometimes spirits step in and say, I got you, and get shit out your way. So that's why the majority of us don't ever listen to nothing Lil Nas X got. As a matter of fact, most of us met him at the Old Town Road and left him right there. Why? Because spiritually, Lil Nas X has never aligned with the collective of Black America. It just, we don't do that. That ain't how that go. That don't go like that for us. You see what I'm saying? So if you ever wonder why you was uninterested, it wasn't because the music was trash. It was because your spirit doesn't align with that. And your spirit is going to protect you when you're too stupid to protect yourself. So then he started doing weird shit. Coming down a pole from heaven, falling down on the split, giving a devil head. Black Americans clutched our pearls like, oh my God. We started wondering if he really was one of us. We really was like cringed, biting our teeth, watching this. This is the collective of Black America. We were like, what in the entire, like we have never even, our brains couldn't even put that type of thought together when we saw it. That's how shocked we were as a collective. Then he started doing way more weird shit. Then the nigga put out a limited shoe, a Nike shoe with real blood in the capsule. Now, Black Americans had already walked away from this nigga when we found out the nigga was gay. I ain't gonna hold you. And it wasn't because we have a thing against gay people. It's just that sometimes the gay people be too much. No shade. Shout out to the gays. All the G's and the LGBTQ. But the GGs, the gay gays, y'all do the most, man. It ain't personal. Y'all just do the most. Hey, girl. Yeah, girl, because I saw him, girl. Yeah, girl, because girl. Yeah, that's the gay. Yay. And most of even the gays don't want to be around a lot of the gay gays. You know what I'm saying? So even the G's be like, oh, nah, he a GG. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we kind of was like, yeah, he too much. He do the most. You know what I mean? It really was. It wasn't because he was gay. It was because he was a GG. He was gay. He was doing the most. We was like, yeah, no, Yeah, saucy type. Yeah. Like that. Okay? Now, he does all these things. Black Americans wash their hands with him. We did. We stepped back and we looked at him and we said, God gonna deal with him. Because guess what? We are highly spiritual. We believe in God more than we believe in anything. We understand that there is a God. We know that there is a Most High. Rather you believe it's a man, a woman, an entity, whatever entity you believe it is. One thing about us spiritually, we connected to a higher power. And one thing we not gonna do, and there's no way you can make us like bend or fold against that, is go against that Most High power. We not gonna let you play with it. We not gonna let you deal with. We not gonna let you're not even about to come over here with that. We protecting it. We protecting it. Some of us with our lives. That's how connected we are to the Most High God. So when we seen this nigga put the blood in the shoe, falling down on the devil with the split, we put our hands up and said, God gonna deal with him. Yes, we did. Collectively, we put our hands up and said, God gonna deal with him. Now, a lot of foreigners, a lot of clears, they thought this was art. They thought this was amazing. They were like, oh my God, this is so artistic. You guys are just so close-minded. A lot of tethers on the internet talking about we just love you, Lil Nas X. But Black Americans walked away. We gave it to God and we walked away. Yes, we did. We gave it up to the Most High and we walked away. That created a false sense of security in Lil Nas X. He started really thinking the things that he was doing was right. Fast forward. When the collective threw their hands up and say, God gonna deal with him, now we see him walking up the street in his drawers. Now, some people feel like he might have a manic episode. He was actually hospitalized, allegedly. The world is a stage. And what I know is this. They say he might have an album coming out, and this could be for a rollout. Damn well, probably so. For all I know, shit. You know what I'm saying? But if this is real, because you have to say that when you cover these stories. If this is real, you are now witnessing the beginning of God dealing with Lil Nas X. Now, why is this important? The gods are falling. Your earthly gods, your man-made gods are falling one by one. You do not need to get in the way of what is ordained to happen to these people. None of these people are who you think they are. As a matter of fact, everything you think about these people is opposite. The truth about them is the opposite of what you think about these celebrities. They have attached us emotionally, mentally, spiritually to these man-made worldly gods that they call celebrities. And it got us fighting amongst each other, dragging each other, doxing each other, all because you say something about they fade. And it's more than they fade. It's their God. They thinking, when I say God, I'm saying with a small G-O-D. But they don't understand that their actions and their behaviors render this God to be their capital G-O-D. They worshiping more of the celebrities than they worshiping the Most High. So now when reckoning happens, people go to losing their mind because they're spiritually, mentally, and emotionally attached to this entity, this man-made God that the power system calls celebrity. The universe is doing this thing. The Most High is doing this thing. The ancestors is doing this thing. You bet not get in the way of that. You can't go up against the ancestors. You damn sure can't go up against the Most High. And you ain't no chance. You don't even stand an option of a chance in the universe. Whatever is to happen to these celebrities, this is bigger than Lil Nas X. Whatever is to come down on these celebrities, you get out the way. You get out the way. Because if you get in the way, you going down with the celebrity. Now, if you love the celebrity that much, that's cool. But understand, where they go, you go. You better not get in the way of that. We're in the middle of a spiritual warfare, biochemical warfare, physical warfare. Nigga, we are in every single warfare method you can have. We in it now. You don't think America's at war? Ask where all the troops at. We're in a war. They just keep you so occupied you don't realize that you fighting. You getting your ass whooped though, Black America. Americas, North America, South America, South America, and the Caribbeans. We in a warfare and we getting beat up. We getting jumped. Girl, they tearing us down. They whipping us every which way but loose, girl. They pulling our braids out. We can't even get off the ground, girl. They stomping us. That's what's happening in the spiritual room. Girl, we getting beat. We getting towed up. But we too preoccupied and distracted to realize we in a fight. But we waking up though. Don't worry about it. We waking up now. Now, Lil Nas X caught walking up the street talking about a party or something. I don't know what was going on. It says, this is so sad. For the last 2 days, fans have been expressing their concern for Lil Nas X after he made a slew of unusual posts on his Instagram. Some leaking full versions of his own unreleased songs. It's now being reported that he's in the hospital. It says, according to TMZ, Nas was spotted walking down Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles by multiple people at about 4 a.m. on Thursday morning. Los Angeles is hell. Hades. If you want to know what Hades feel like, that's Los Angeles. It literally is hell. It says, what drew attention aside from him being a celebrity was the fact that he was in his underwear and making random statements like, don't be late for the party. One person recorded the artist as he sang, danced, and pointed off at the camera. At one point, he asked for the witness phone so he could toss it. After multiple people reported the incident, the LAPD got involved. Once on the scene, Nas reportedly charged at the officers and they had to subdue him. Then they told the paramedics, that he was suffering from a possible overdose and had him transported to the hospital where he currently remains getting treated. Okay, now let's get into Lil Nas X on the stroll. Hold on, let's go back.
Nah. Hey,
What
don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah.
I hate that Lil Nas X don't have nothing down there. And it's not that I care, but I hate that my eyes even went there. He in them tidy whities with no dick. And that just made me mad. That really upset me and my homegirls. That he done got in them boots and them tidy whities and he ain't got no dick to put up in them. That pissed me off and I'm dead ass serious. Like that really makes me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? He could have kept the boxes on. That's all I'm saying. If you don't tease me. You know?
Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes.
Now y'all see what I meant when I said we was like, oh, he gay. Then we was like, oh, he gay. This is an example. And look, I don't want nobody to tell me, but it wasn't his fault. He was high. Girl, being high don't make you do nothing but what you already want to do on the inside anyway. When you high, that's the inner you coming out. Okay? But if you want to know what gay looks like, it looks just like this. Just like this.
Oh.
Y'all not about to tell me y'all don't understand what I'm saying, man.
Ooh. Sean Bankhead. Nah. Hey,
What
don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cat town. Sean Bankhead. Nah.
Not shout out Bankhead. Bankhead said leave them out of this. Bankhead said they ain't got nothing to do with that. Why this boy throw Bankhead in there talking about shout out Bankhead? Not at the end of that post. Baby, them niggas on Bankhead don't want you to... Anyway, look. Listen. Some people believe that this is a publicity stunt. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Some people believe this is real. That's possible. It's definitely possible. The point is, don't give it your energy. Don't give it to them. They're trying to make money and harvest energy. Either way, whether it's made up or it's real, it's to harvest your energy. Don't do it. Don't feed into it. Now, this is what they say he was around there drawing. I don't believe he drew this neither. Well, he might have drew it because he is an artist. You see the world, they let me know. What, this nigga schizophrenic? Is he trying to say he be hearing voices? There's another photo that he picked. You know, I cannot. I can only, I'm gonna just report the news, y'all. I don't have no attachment to these celebrities. So when I be laughing at inappropriate stuff, y'all, it really be because I don't care. I'm just here to expose these people to y'all, girl. That's all. I'm just here to expose these celebrities to y'all, girl. I have zero attachment to Lil Nas X. I don't know. I don't care. I literally do not care. I literally do not care. And then he posted this. What does this mean? A peace sign. Oh, he got propane in the corner. You about to blow up the house? Nigga, one thing. This is so bad, but I'm going to tell y'all a story real quickly. I remember I was with this dude, and every time I tell him I was going to leave him alone, he'll tell me he was going to commit. He was telling me he going to jump off the bridge. And it used to work. I ain't going to lie, it used to work. And then one day, I had decided in my heart that I was done with that nigga. And that nigga told me he was going to jump off the bridge, and I said, do it then, nigga, do it. That nigga stopped crying and said, you stupid bitch. Wait, this is the worst part. It took for me to call his bluff to break his character. It took for me to call his bluff to break a character. Because this nigga was, and it was working, bro. It was working like a dog, bro. Every time this nigga called me crying, drinking that bill, talking about, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. I done did my time in the army. I'm ready to end this shit. And it used to work, man. I used to be like, man, oh man, please don't do that, man, please. My duck ass, duck, goose, right here. One time when I finally was through with that nigga and told him do it, that nigga stopped crying and broke character and said, you stupid bitch. Nigga, look, this is how stupid I am. I started laughing. That's how dumb. When the nigga broke character and called me a stupid bitch, I bust out laughing. Because it was my confirmation. And it was so funny how he broke the character. But either way, I'm saying all that to say, he put a peace sign up talking about the propane. Did you do it? If you ain't do it, then what we on? See, it's easy to make a nigga break character. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. He trying to make it seem like he ready to jump off the bridge. He ain't really ready to jump off the bridge. You want to know how I know? I used to be a suicide preventative counselor, but let me tell you also how I know. Most people who ready to jump off the bridge don't tell nobody. They just jump. Most people who ready to jump off the bridge don't tell nobody. They just jump. Most of the people out here putting up pictures, they just playing. They just playing. So I don't know what this was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this was, but you know. And here's another photo. You know. Here's another photo. Yeah, these are all encrypted messages for when he go marching down the street in tidy whities and cowboy boots. We can all put this together and say, oh my God, prayers up for Lil Nas X. He's going through something horrible. How you gonna pray to God when he worship the devil? I know you bitches bet not going. Matter of fact, I'm going to bed early tonight. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm going to bed early tonight. I wish I see one of you niggas in the prayer line hollering about prayers up for Lil Nas X. When I tell you I'm cutting the cord, you will not be able to reach God after that. Do you hear me? I am in charge of the prayer line, and what we not gonna do is go to our God. Do you hear me? To ask our God to save him. Oh no, we gave him back to the devil, didn't we? When we walked away and said the Most High gonna deal with him, we walked away. We gotta. I wish I see a nigga in the line tonight. I'm going to bed at 8:30 tonight. Oh yeah, because I feel like there's a few of you hoes gonna try to go to bed early. Going to bed early. I wish I catch you, girl. Please do not put no prayers in the prayer line. He don't even like God. So why would you pray to him to help Lil Nas X? He don't even like God. Think about it. Use your brains. Use your brains. You don't need to go to our God for him. He don't even like our God. He don't even like our God. Let him go to his God. Let his people and him go to his God. We gonna keep our God over here. Let them have their God over there. We know who our God is. Let them deal with who they got going on around there. We ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay? So please do not get in the prayer line with this. I wish I would. I wish a nigga would tonight. Oh, yes. Now he got floating Disney castles. I don't know what's going on. This your boy. Y'all do a wellness check or something. I don't know. Floating Disney castles. What that mean? I don't even know what this means. What does this even mean? Lil Nas X, Kate Bush, Army Dreamers 2018 mastered. I don't know. I'm not even trying to decode this shit. But these are all the things that that Lil Nas X has posted before he went down the street in his tidy whities. And let me say this to you guys. This whole thing has been a spiritual warfare, and it's been about your energy. We have been giving our energy to everything and everybody except us. It's a time of reckoning in the world. The universe is doing its part. It's repairing itself. And everything and everybody and every entity is doing its part to repair itself. And some of that is getting rid of the trash, throwing some stuff away like this. And regardless of how they see fit to deal with the trash, who are we to step in the middle and say, no, don't do it like that, God? Our ancestors, don't beat them down that bad. Don't do them like that. Who are we? Who are we to jump in the way of divine and tell divine how to deal with its people? Whatever he going through, even if this is publicity, Lil Nas X is going through hell and high water. As a matter of fact, he been going through hell and high water since we met that nigga at the Old Town Road. I'm pretty positive, and this is just a conspiracy theory, I'm pretty positive they ran through Lil Nas X before he got that hit. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty positive for him to get that Old Town Road, ran through is an understatement. These celebrities be messed up from all of the things, some of the things they done had to do to get where they at. They be messed up. It's a dark, evil world in Hollywood. They just make it seem like it shines bright. They put a fake sun in front of it to make you think that it's all suns and roses and things like that. It's an evil, dark place. Behind the scenes, them people be up so bad, you can't even fathom a lot of the things these people be going through behind the scenes. You just enjoying the music. You just enjoying them play basketball, football, or whatever. You don't know what they got going on. So even if this is a publicity stunt to sell an album, he getting his ass towed up by Spirit, and you got to know that. Spirit tearing that nigga up, and the Most High gonna finish him. And it ain't nobody's fault but who? Lil Nas X. It ain't my fault. It ain't your fault. It ain't my sword to bear or my cross to bear. And it ain't your cross to bear. That's between Lil Nas X and whatever God or gods he served. That don't have nothing to do with us. We been walked away from him. We been right after Old Town Road. We put our hands up and we walked away. And it's not just Lil Nas X. It's all of these celebrities. You guys have to get that mindset and mentality on. I'm telling you, once you break the chains of that celebrity world, collectively, watch how things change for Black America collectively. If we can collectively break the chains, the spiritual and emotional chains from celebrities as a collective, that don't mean everybody. I know everybody ain't gonna do it. But if we can get a collective of us to break that spiritual chain, do you understand the dramatic change in us collectively? Not just one or two of us. Collectively, what's going to start happening to us? You got to get into it, man. You got to get into it. These entities are devils meant to destroy you, sent to destroy you. All these celebrities are devils sent to destroy you. Even the good ones. Yes, even the good ones. Yes, even the good. Yes, even the good ones. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, tell him to listen to Chief Rod Hayes. They'll get it. Oh my God, I got to get on him today too. I was listening to Bobby Hemmett before I came on here. But yeah, Bobby Hemmett, Chief Rod Hayes. When it comes to this spiritual warfare, spirituality stuff, who else knows some names? Drop them in the chat. Drop some spiritual healers or spiritual teachers in the chat. I don't know everybody. I'm just getting into this. But thank you for the super chat, Mother Tree and Moon. Isha May, thank you for the super chat. Says they also get reparations on Watchmen. What? Girl, wait, I gotta go watch this. Thank you so much, Isha. The one you want to be. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Oh, and you made it rain, girl. I didn't see all that. Hold on. Let me play my little song. Thank you so much for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much, the one you want to be. I really, really appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. Y'all make sure y'all like the video if you haven't already. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100K. Rochelle White, thank you, T-Day. Look at my favorite T-Day coming in, making it rain per usual. You already know how it goes.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much, T-Day, for the super chat. She says, safe travels, boo. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all really be showing me love, bro. I'm just on here working, trying to send a message. Thank y'all so much. Empress Me, thank you for the super chat. Says, we on the same wave. I use Genealogy Committee. Genealogy Committee. Okay. For anybody who might need that resource, Genealogy Committee. There's a resource for anybody worrying about genealogy. There's a source. T. Denny, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. And you sent another one. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I love your content. My parents never told us that we were slaves. We never had immunization shots, and we are all born at home. Dope. The research I'm doing now is how did Black people get to the bottom? Oh, girl. It took me a while to see it, but I understand it. It's a spider web, a conundrum. It's a spider web of things, but it's very, I'll say this, T, you'll enjoy. Let me say this, and this to anybody doing research, even on genealogy, because listen, you got to get used to the fact that we were lied to. You have to get it in your mind that we were lied to. You have to take that, internalize it, accept it, be okay with it. I was lied to. I'm good though. And you got to be able to move around, okay? So when you're doing research, and even in your genealogy, which is another form of research, you're going to find some uncomfortable truths. Stuff that's going to make you mad, stuff that's going to make you happy, stuff that's going to make you sad, something, you know what I'm saying? You're going to find all of that. Some stuff, when I be looking through history, I get furious. I get so furious, I go sit in my car and blast because I got clear neighbors. So I be in my mind, I'm crazy. In my mind, I be feeling like I'm getting my lick back. So I got clear neighbors and they like to sit outside sometimes. So I go sit in my car and put on Soldier Slim's Soldier Life Mentality. And especially that part when he say, bitch, this ain't the slave days. Us niggas gonna fight back. And he say stuff like, I'm sick of seeing sellout niggas married to these white girls. You want to hear a militant song? Go listen to Soldier Slim, Soldier Life Mentality. Man, that song will make you want to get out and go, man, look. Hey, that Soldier Slim, and he talk about how the police be pulling niggas over. Oh, man, look. When I tell you music is real, because I listened to that shit one day, and I ain't gonna lie. I felt like going to do some stuff. Soldier Slim, man, go listen to Soldier Life Mentality. It's a rebel song, nigga. This a militant Black guerrilla family, guerrilla warfare song. Go listen to it. You want to get amped up? That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's a hard ass song. That's a hard, and I put it up loud so the clears next door can. That's so bad, huh? No, it ain't. Reparations, bitch. Reparations now. Reparations yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Okay. And I said what I said. Never Burrows, thank you for the super chat. Says that is not tidy whiteies. It's adult diaper, and he tucked the pee. What? Shake my head so sad. Now he got to stick to the script. Sad, another one. That's a diaper? Girl, wait, let me go get the video. I ain't never seen one. You lying. What? Is it?
Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cat, chow. Pow. Ooh. Sean Bankhead. Nah.
That last pose to the ground, that was the GG part. That last boom cack. You saw that last boom cack when he hit the ground and came back up slow like that? That was the GG. That was the GG coming out of him. You know what I'm saying? Don't charge it to the game. It wasn't him. It was the GG. Charge it to the game. But girl, they said that's a diaper. Measure Man, thank you for the super chat. Says, I pointed out to my sister alleged OD. I haven't seen anyone that high walk a line that straight. I said what I said and left it alone. I ration prayers over here. Oh, I see what you're saying. I ration prayers over here. I don't blame you, child. Thank you for the super chat. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, unpacked with Queen Janisha. Okay. Unpacked with Queen Janisha. Janisa is another one. She just created a website with billions of government documents for indigenous blacks to do research. Check her out. Oh my God, you guys in the comments, this is a good resource. So what we're saying, what Mother Tree and Moon is saying that a content, is she on YouTube? Unpacked with Queen Janisa. They said she have a website with millions of government documents that y'all can go check out when you're doing your genealogy, because you're gonna need that to back up your claims, okay? And that's for all y'all doing reparations, all y'all just want to do your genealogy, because you got to do genealogy to get reparations. No genealogy, no reparations. You got to have a person to put with the slavery. If there's no person, no actual person with documented papers, you can't say I'm a descendant of slave. You got to put the person with it. So that means you have to do your genealogy. You have to. They say, yes, Janice is a YouTuber. Is her name Janice? Her name is Janice. So y'all go check that out. I'm going to go check her out as well. But with that being said, y'all, I got to get off here. I was going to do Educational Friday, y'all, but I'm not going to hold you. I still got to pack because I got to go out of town tomorrow. But with that being said, I got to get off. I'm still going to try to put up as much content as I can. So shout out to everybody in the building. If you're new to the channel, I urge you to subscribe. We come over here and we do this. We Joce every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's spiritual. Sometimes it just depends. You get what you get. Either way, it's all informative. That's all that matters. So shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you, John, from Twitch. Thank you from Twitch. Shout out to Twitch. Shout out to Facebook in the building. Everybody that be pulling up on Facebook. Shout out to Rumble in the building, because I do stream from Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook whenever I stream from YouTube. And that's on both channels, okay? So make sure y'all pull up over there and check me out as well. Hold on, we got an ending super chat. Butterfly, thank you for the super chat. Says, wholeness, boo. I love you for understanding your path and walking in it. You are needed, beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to figure it out, Butterfly. I'm new. I'm real new to this. I'm real new. Y'all, you know what? My spirit team gonna help me though, and y'all gonna help me. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But shout out to everybody in the building. I love each and every one of y'all. It's about us and nobody else. My goal is to find out what the really happened. Now that the information is out for the taking, not only is we gonna find out what really happened to us, we coming back and get our stuff. And it ain't just a check. We getting everything. Do you get it? With that being said, I'm off of here. Love y'all down to the ground, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.